Welcome for the first time to Exquisite Adventure. I am your host, Hayden. I'm just Hayden. Hello. I had a whole intro script planned out with that voice and everything, and honestly, it just seemed like way too much, so I figured instead I would speak from the heart. Exquisite Adventure is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast. There's 40 of those on the internet already. However, we kind of thought that the D&D formula where, there's one dungeon master and, 4 to 20 players or whatever the limit is, that was a little boring for us. So instead, what we decided to do was switch the DM every session. So that means every player, all 5 of us, me, Rodney, Aaron, Danny, and Jeremy, all get to be the dungeon master. And we plan to basically each run a session and try to complete the story arc that I started, because I got picked to be first. So if it's bad, it's not my fault. And essentially, anything that I get through this upcoming session of play is, up to the next person to interpret and do with what they will. At the end of the day, we are just a group of guys who like to hang out and play D&D together and to make each other laugh. So that's really all I have to explain, and I'm just kind of glad it got made, and we probably should have done it a long time ago. I hope you enjoyed as much as we did. The episodes are pretty long, so if you have to get up and use the bathroom in the middle, we have ad breaks, because we totally have sponsors. They're real, 100%, and you should listen to their ads, because they are so totally real. There's probably swearing in this thing, so Mom, if you're listening, I'm really sorry. I think I might say the F word, so please forgive me. Otherwise, let the adventure begin. Are we all ready to play Dungeons & Dragons? Oh my gosh, yes!
I'm gonna cry.
Okay, really, seriously, folks. I think what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna start.
Yeah.
Give a brief introduction of where you are and what's happening. And
sure.
then we're just gonna go from there. And if it's just totally bad, we try again another day.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Sounds good, yeah.
You all find yourselves in a dark place. I don't necessarily mean mentally, but physically, you come to, and it is dark. Kind of cold, actually. It feels kind of musty and stale wherever you are. You try to maybe breathe in, but you feel as though something is, muffling your ability to breathe a little bit. You realize that it is because there's something over your head. There is a cloth or something obscuring your vision. You're not really sure why. You try to recall what it is exactly that, could be happening here. How about we go around to everybody and just give a brief introduction and maybe say what the last thing that you remember happening to you was before it is that you ended up sort of in this musty, dark place with something over your head. Let's start with, because he's first on my screen here, Bugbear Cumberbunn.
Yeah, okay. What are we doing?
Okay, that's good. That's good that we know what we're doing, going straight into
what
this.
Am I saying?
I just started, and I didn't really have a plan.
No, it's great. I like it.
Maybe just, how about this? I'll throw down some rules. Give me a description of your character physically, maybe an age, favorite food, and then just the last thing that you remember doing before you woke up with a bag on your head.
Well, Bugbear Cumberbunny is a very handsome Harengon. He's light gray with some white fur. He's got 2 large pointed ears and some very attractive protruding teeth. Favorite food, carrots. And the last thing he remembers is seeing the announcement for Porklet at the Royal Heart Theatre, starring his rival, Dagdafius Duckworth. And that sent him into almost a blackout. He ran down to the bar, and it's all kind of a blur from there.
That sounds awful. It must be tough seeing your rival get a part that you so greatly desired for yourself.
10 years ago, it would have been me. Shoo-in.
Going across my screen, perhaps from an external view, you might see a row of people tied to chairs. The next one in line, I have Shodan Weston. Shodan? You can tell us how it's pronounced, actually, right now.
It's Shodan. Shodan. So Shodan is a pretty tall human. Dark hair, 5 o'clock shadow constantly. He's kind of always wearing his chainmail because he got it as a gift from when he became a paladin for Blasbamore. And his favorite food is cheddar cornbread. It's just delicious. He was out at Himbo's, the local tavern in his neighborhood, and just kind of scoping around, see if there was other good deeds to do. Not that Blasmore really cares about good deeds, but he smiles upon it. And he was stumbling out of the tavern when he sees Bugbear running down the streets, and then the lights went out.
Next in line, we have Jack B. Muggin.
Yeah, so like Jack B. Muggin, he's got a bit of a suit pants on, but no suit top, just like a white shirt, and he's got black hair, smooth back, and his favourite food, beans on toast. It's the best thing ever made, and I think the last thing he ever saw before he got put in the bag was he was at the pub, and some bloke just came up and was about to get in a tussle, and Jack pulled out his knife and suddenly wakes up here. I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is I'm just going to stab that guy.
Next in line, we have Svaxthy Nux'nbuxly. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes.
Very good. What are you about, Svaxthy?
Svaxthy Nux'nbuxly is a green dragonborn of unfortunate circumstance. His scale coloration is more of a sickly yellowish than it is an actual healthy green. For poor Svaxthy Nux'nbuxly does not have an inborn resistance to his natural draconic abilities, his poison. So he has a constant achy in his tum-tum. He eats what he can eat, what doesn't immediately come back up. So it's mostly bread, tasteless tofu, that sort of thing, water. So those are his favorite foods, air quotes. More just the foods. He's quite malnourished, as you might imagine. What Svaxthy was doing was going over some reports and things for the Astochis. He works as a clerk for them, and he was at his desk doing the numbers when suddenly he was grasped by the darkness.
Oh, that's
then
it?
He woke up
okay.
and he realized he fell asleep in the bathroom, and then he went back to his desk when he was grasped by the darkness again. This time for realsies.
That was very tricksy. You got me there. Definitely didn't see that coming. These are the twists and turns you can expect on this show, folks. Lastly, in our order, we have an old man who goes by the name of Jingus Kringus. He is very old, at the ripe old age of 43, and his favorite food is shellfish. Any kind of shellfish is good. I love the way they melt in your mouth. And the last thing that old Jingus Kringus remembers is he was working in his lab, trying to concoct a potion that would return his youth to him. and he must have inhaled some vapors that were not very good for the insides, and he was consumed by the darkness. And he did not wake up, just to clarify. He stayed in the darkness until he awoke here with the rest of you. But of course, none of you have actually made any noises yet. That was all just that was just a camera basically panning across this host we have before us, all with bags over their heads. So these descriptions actually, now that I think about it, wouldn't really do anybody any good if they were looking with a camera. You feel as though you are restrained in some way, perhaps to a hard surface, maybe a chair, you're not sure. But you guys are now free to sort of make whatever moves you want. What do you do?
First things first, like, I just shake it off. What happens, like, if I move my arm, does the chair, like, rattle? Am I strapped down?
Yeah, you hear rattling of a chain. You hear, like, you kind of feel the chair move. Like, if you really put some effort into it, you think you might be able to tip it over.
Oi, anyone there?
Hey, wait. Is that you, Jack?
Show? Is that you? What are you doing?
Yep.
Do you know where we are?
No.
Hey, what's the meaning of this?
Buggy!
Do I know you?
What's happening? Yeah, Bugbear, it's me, it's Jack.
It's me. Shodan.
Oh, my blackout friends. Hey,
Yeah, we got to
Yeah.
the pub, you know? Yeah, it's good to hear you, I guess.
why is there a bag over my head?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's one of mine too.
Same here.
If you necromancers wanted
Oh,
to
Jesus.
finish me off, you should have done it before I woke up.
Who the?
That's a dreadful accusation, I swear. I have nothing to do with those sort of infernal arts.
Are you the one that put us in here? Look, what are you
What?
doing?
No.
Come on, let
No,
me go.
I also have a bag on my head. Who the hell are you?
I'm Jack.
What kind of name is Jack? That's
wait,
an awful
I'm sorry.
name. What?
I know
That's
it's
a
not,
good name.
It's not that common. I get it. It's not that. What's your fucking
My
name?
name's
Yeah.
Svaxthy, a perfectly normal name. Perfectly
Oh,
common
yes.
name.
Cool,
Yeah.
Oh,
not
dime a
everyone knows
dozen.
Svaxthy.
Real original.
I remember
Fucking hell.
you came to me for medication once. For
What
your
was-
condition.
I've been to a lot of people for my condition. What is your name?
My name is Jingus Kringus. I'm the royal alchemist of the Duke Egyptian.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
yes,
fucking hell,
right.
little
I
prude
remember
in here,
you,
some
Mr.
posh motherfucker.
Kringus.
I'm Bugbear Cumberbunn, all right? You all know me. I'm
Oh,
the greatest
yes.
actor that's ever acted in Lamgoh.
I remember watching you when I was a young boy. Long ago.
I'm not that old.
Wait,
You sound
how
ancient.
old are
How-
you, Bugbear?
I'm very
I'm
young still. I'm healthy and young.
43.
Oh.
I'm 43. It must have been 10 years ago, and I was only 33 when I saw you.
Bloody hell, mate! You sound like you're like in your 80s.
Yes.
What's happening?
Oh, the trials and tribulations that I have had to endure have aged me considerably more than most people would be at this age, I believe you could say.
Sure. Well, does anyone know how to get out of here? Like, I can't see fucking
No.
anything.
Well, there's a bag over my head.
Shodan's
Same
gonna
here.
start trying to move his chair.
Okay. Do you want to move with like a lot of force, like an athletics check worth of force, or do you just want to see if you can just scoot the chair across the room?
Well, if scooting doesn't work, then yeah, I'm gonna try to give a hard push.
Okay. For scooting, I'd say just make like a flat, maybe like either a. I think dexterity would be acceptable, but also strength. Either one.
All right. Scooting gets me an 8.
You kind of like wiggle back and forth a little bit, like, but you don't make any progress forward or back.
All
You
right.
do you get anywhere with that?
No, hold on. I'm gonna go for the athletics. Really push it. Oh, that's 26.
Yeah. You kick with all your might, and you feel your chair fall backward, and you hear a loud whack as it hits the stone surface, and you're on your back. You may have bumped your head a little bit, but you were probably prepared for it with a roll that good.
Mm-hmm.
You are now on your back. As you all hear this loud thwack, you kind of hear an echo as it kind of. It seems that the space you're in must be quite large, cavernous even. And as you hear that large thwack, you then hear a kind of a creak, and like a grinding noise. It's like a big door somewhere is opening. And then you hear a few pairs of footsteps enter the room.
Oh, good.
And you say somebody loudly say, "Oh, by the gods, what are they doing in here? Why did you not secure the chairs to the floor? I told you they should not be able to move at all." And you hear another voice. I'm sorry. I was almost going to call you my liege, but you're not a liege. You're just my boss. You're Svaxthy. I'm sorry. I'll go secure them.
Oh.
Who is this? What have you done with us? Why are we here?
Shut up. I would recommend you shut up.
No, these pea brains have locked us up. They've put bags over our heads, right?
Do you not realize who you're speaking to? Shut up.
No!
Shut
Do
up.
you realize who you're speaking to?
I don't care who you are. I care who he is. Now shut up.
Shodan, you feel something grab your chair and then lift it up, and now you are sitting back upright. You then, one by one, feel the bags lifted off of your heads, and you see where you are. Who of all of you, because I know this is a question that always comes up whenever I put people in a dark place, who has dark vision in this party?
I don't think I do, actually.
Do herringuns have dark vision?
No, dragonborns do not. That's why I have the light cantrip.
Really? Interesting.
Oh, great. I don't know if anyone can see in the dark
Humans
right now.
don't either.
I don't think I do. I don't think I have dark vision.
None of you do?
Everything's dark.
Okay. Well, Jingus Kringus does. He has actually 300 feet of dark vision.
Oh, wow.
You all get your sacks taken off of your head. You blink your eyes, but you can only really see in front of you as far as there is light, and it seems that there's only one source of it at the moment, and that would be coming from a rather tall silver dragonborn. And let me describe this figure to you. He is a silver dragonborn. Right? No, you can see him. He's holding a torch.
Okay.
But there's no other source of light that you can tell. You swivel your heads around, and there's nobody else here. Whoever took the sacks off of your head must have scurried off into the darkness. He is a silver dragonborn. He is wearing a very fashionable black vest over a white silk tunic. He has a dope-ass cape bearing the colors of the Duke Jibshin, which, as we know, are Traup blue and silver. And he's also got the Duke's emblem, a Traup emblazoned upon it. He's equipped with a gold pocket watch, perfectly polished Traup scale boots, and an ice-cold demeanor. If you cannot tell, I wrote his little description here. Totally. Yeah.
Well done.
Nice.
One last thing that you notice about this tall silver dragonborn is that when he looks into your eyes, you feel cold. Chill down to your stomachs. You also note that the old man on the very end of your row of 5 chairs starts screaming. He's looking around very, very nervously, and he's just freaking out. He's just struggling in his chair. The silver dragonborn's eyes sort of drift over to him, and he says, "I would be quiet and listen to what I am about to say if I were you." He then kind of peers at each of you in turn, and then he kind of looks off in a direction, sort of skeptically at the wall, which none of you can see. You don't see any walls. It just seems like you're in a big dark room, and the torchlight's only going 10, 20 feet, as it does. He just sort of nods his head, and he says, "Very well. I suppose this will have to do. Greetings. I hope that you are not too uncomfortable."
What does it fucking look like? We're in chairs. You putting us in here, we're asking if we're not comfortable.
Oh, my God.
What do you
Say
expect?
what you mean, knucklehead.
Oh, jeez.
Delightful. What a witty, scathing insult that was. I am so hurt. If you do not know who I am already, you will soon know that I am Svaxthy. I am the assistant to the Duke Jibshin. I make this duchy run smoothly while he deals with all the nitty-gritty political entrapments that he finds himself in. But I do not come to you today as the assistant of the Duke. I come to you today because I need men for a job.
Of course, whatever you desire, Svaxthy, my lord.
Oh, you need men for a job.
Yeah, this is
Not a very, amicable way of asking
it's a
for help,
perfectly
you know,
reasonable way. You
sitting
just
us
kind
in
of
here.
kidnap people and then put them into your service. That sounds... it's good.
This
yeah.
is how I employ all men in my service. Is this not?
I just want to say I have absolutely no problem with how you went about this. Like, whatever you want, I'm ready to do. Like, I don't feel the same way they do.
That is very good to know. What is your name?
Svaxthy, Nux'nbuxly.
Your name is Svaxthy.
It is Svaxthy. It's a very common name.
Mm.
You
Yes,
wear it
indeed,
better than I do,
is.
of course.
Flattery will... There is no need for that in this situation. Please.
Suck up.
Okay, I think I should really just cut to the chase here. I feel as though the longer I let any silences linger, that there is a high probability you will continue to flap your mouths and undesirable words will exit them. I am in need of 5 groomsmen for my wedding, which will take place in 5 days.
I'm sorry. It's acid reflux. I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Yes, I need a wedding party to carry out the traditional duties expected of a groomsman at a Lamgoh wedding, which will take place in 5 days' time at the Zabucha Chapel in the Menthagard.
Wait a minute.
Yes,
You want us to pretend to be your groomsmen?
that's right.
You want us to act as if we're your best friends?
I think you're getting a little bit ahead of me here. I do not want you to act anything. I want you to be my groomsman. There will
Say
be
no
no
more.
act.
Say no,
No
acting
one
is
can
being.
see through this.
You've come to the right.
You
You've
must-
come to the right bunny. What am I? Harrigan.
I pray you are correct in that assessment, Mr. You are, I know you. You're Bugbear Cumberbunn, esteemed actor.
Yes, the one and only.
I told them to get Duckworth, but I suppose you'll have to do...
You take that back.
Yeah.
I will not.
Oh, you're picking Duckworth over Bugbear. Bugbear's the best actor there ever was. You ever see his old movies? He's
I'm
a
sorry, what?
fucking Thug.
Did you... What would...
No,
what?
right,
See his
bloke,
what?
you're-
His movies?
Yeah,
Yeah, movement
it's
plays.
like
They're
a
all the
play
rage.
where they move a lot.
Oh. Yes,
Quite
as
unlike
opposed
that.
to...
No, there's
Yeah,
normal
Duck
plays
Boy.
where
It's
they
someone
just
here.
stand
He's
in
a- no,
place.
don't
He's
worry
a
about it.
No,
nincompoop.
I
He's
know
no
what you
good.
meant.
If you want this to go well, you need a good actor.
Yeah,
Right. In traditional theatre, I forgot, it is the tradition that the theatrics are performed completely still, but now the rage is to move. My mistake.
But if you want us to stand
Yeah, of
perfectly
course.
still
Like,
as your groomsman,
what
we
you
can
mean,
stand
of
still. We
course,
can do it the
whatever.
traditional way. We can
all
do
I
it the
know,
modern way.
you got the right one.
Are you going to pay us for this?
I think you are again all getting ahead of yourselves. I need to further explain. I have plans. I have drafted this entire how everything is going to go, where you will need to be, and what you will need to do. It is all written in my little
Script.
notebook.
Script. It's
No.
written in the script. I understand. I've done this plenty of times.
Great. Are we being hired? Are we being extorted? What is the situation
Yeah.
as far as pay
Yeah,
goes?
the pay.
And
Yes, you will be paid. You will be paid very handsomely if everything goes correctly. But I need to explain to you what the rules are before I can... I have to make sure that you are the right material for the job.
An audition.
Sure, if you want to put it in such terms.
I'm not much of an actor.
You see, each of you
I've never tried
must take on a rather specific role in my groom's party.
it. Okay.
I will need, of course, someone to take the place of a family member. That is why I requested a dragonborn be brought to me. Although
Oh, I could play a dragonborn. I've played dragonsborns
I-
before.
Oh, I could do that one.
cannot... There is very obviously a dragonborn here among you already. However, he looks a bit unwell.
I assure you, I'm perfectly fine and up to whatever task you need.
Well, it was my original plan to have someone pose as my younger brother Saxhorn, who I am not particularly fond of and did not invite to my wedding. However, you look
I
nothing like
understand
him,
not being
and
fond
also
of brothers.
You do not, I think perhaps we'll go with distant cousins or something of the sort.
Whatever you want, anything you want.
Additionally, I will need a witty and cultured friend. Or at least somebody who
no
can
more.
pass for cultured in a place like this.
Yeah, I could do that.
They will need to prepare the very best wedding toast ever written, and I had supposed that one of the theatre would excel at such a task.
There's no better person in all of Lamgoh.
We shall see about that. Additionally, I will need someone to pose as a lifelong friend of mine, perhaps from my days at the Royal Heart Private School in the capital. I think perhaps an old boarding mate, a childhood friend, to show, of course, that I can sustain a long-lasting relationship with others. You, Svaxthy points at Shodan, will be this friend. You will have to recount tales of childhood mischief and camaraderie to the guests at the wedding. So I suggest you start coming up with some now.
I guess. All right.
Additionally, I will need someone to show that I am a true man of the people and can get along with anyone of any social caste or clique. And that would be where you come in, Mr. He looks at you, Jack B. Muggin.
Jack. It's Jack. I know. It's whatever.
Yes,
Just
Jack.
call me whatever.
You will be my street friend.
You're asking me to be a friend with a posh folk like you.
I hope that won't be an issue.
How much is the pay?
Very well. I will tell you what the pay is then, since you seem to be so insistent upon asking that. You will each receive 100 gold pieces for each day that you are in my service, which will be a total of 5 days, culminating, of course, in my wedding day on the climax of the Trout Festival. And you will be paid a bonus, provided you do an exceptional job as my groomsman.
So generous of you. Yes, you're so generous, yes.
But of course, I will need proof that you are capable of performing even the most simple of groomsmen's tasks. Because, as you know, in a Lamgoh wedding, it is traditional that the groomsmen take on certain roles in the days leading up to the wedding. I would have prepared sooner, but running a duchy is quite taxing on the mind and on the schedule, so this was the best I could do. You will have to learn your parts quickly, and I will expect nothing short of perfection. Excuse me, Svaxthy. It is I, Jingus, Kringus, Royal Alchemist to the Duke Jibshin. You and I have met on multiple... Yes, I am aware, Mr. Kringus, that we have met before. Yes, well, I was wondering if I had a special role that you told everyone else that they had a part to play. What am I doing here? But of course, Jingus Kringus, you will be posing as my surrogate father, and you will walk me down the aisle, as is tradition in a Lamgoh wedding. Because as you know, my parents perished in a diplomatic incident many years ago. I will need someone to fill in, and that is you. You are the oldest man I know.
Wait, so, how old are you, Svaxthy?
How old am I? That is none of your business, Mr. Weston.
If we're supposed to be childhood friends, it would be relevant to my role.
How old are you?
27.
What a coincidence. I, too, am 27. Funny how that works.
I think... I see what's going on. Huh.
How many people will be attending this wedding, huh?
Oh, my God. How have you not heard that this wedding is even occurring? It is occurring at the Menthegard, in the chapel of Subutia, on the climax of the Trout Festival. Do you know how many times that can happen?
Only once a year.
That's right, once a year. This is a big event, and who I am getting married to, if you have not heard, in case, is the lovely Lady Lenora Assistoce, daughter to Lady Ladretti Assistoce.
Wow.
Yes, this is going to be the biggest affair to possibly have happened in the last 10 years.
So, what we've got to do at the wedding. Just like show up, be nice, Like I don't really get like the point of this.
In due time, Mr. Jack, you will be told your roles when you can prove to me that you are capable of certain tasks that will be expected of you, and I will give you that first job in but a moment. I believe there's one more thing that I needed to clarify before we begin. Oh, yes. That it is imperative you do this job with the utmost diligence, or else, well, the consequences of failure will be rather steep.
Can you be more descriptive about the consequences?
I will dip you to the neck in molten lead, tear the larynxes from your throats, and fashion a musical instrument through which I shall play your screams as I dump your crispy, lead-laden corpses at the bottom of the Breakwell Sea to be dined upon by the trout. Have
Do I
made
trust this?
myself clear?
Does it sound like
Did
he's
you
being
rehearse
honest?
that? Because that sounded really, really well.
Would you like me to
Well
do it again
articulated.
from memory? One more take, would you like that?
I wouldn't mind hearing it. It was
All
nice.
right,
I liked
we
it.
will try
Just like
that
the beat tape,
again.
yeah.
I will dip your bodies in molten lead and tear the larynxes from your throats, fashion a musical instrument from them, through which I will play your screams as I dump your lead-laden bodies at the bottom of the Breakwell Sea for your crispy corpses to be dined upon by trout.
I think we'll take the A take.
Are
Very
my
good.
hands still bound?
My tum-tum hurts.
I try clapping behind with my hands bound, just the best that I can.
Incredible. Absolute riveting performance. You're good. You're really
I
good.
rehearsed that in the mirror 7 times before coming down here. I really wanted to strike fear into the hearts of each and every one
You're
of you.
doing great.
Oh,
I'm not
works.
joking though.
Totally
that
works.
you will
Terrified.
disappear forever if you fuck up.
And how exactly are we proving ourselves?
That is quite simple. How much do all of you know about Lamgoh wedding tradition?
My nan got married once. Don't really remember it. Got drunk the whole time.
Right. Well, I meant more the wedding traditions of the upper class.
I've given a few toasts at a few weddings, sure, but don't know much about the traditions. If you care to enlighten us.
Well, a unfortunately uncomfortable tradition is that the bride and groom must separate 7 days before the wedding is to be held, and not see each other once, or else the wedding is considered to be cursed. Not my favorite tradition, but of course I must adhere to them, as my wife believes them to be paramount to this marriage succeeding, and I really would do anything for her. And so, the only form of communication allowed between the bride and groom up until the wedding is an exchange of 1 letter per day. The bride sends a letter in the morning, and the groom one at night. I will need you 5 to deliver the letter that I have written for my darling Lenora tonight, before the day is done, unharmed, unopened, untarnished.
Yeah, certainly. On the off chance that you do see each other before the wedding, you just call it off. We're free to go, right?
If I find it is because of you that we saw each other before the wedding,
I would never do
then
anything like that.
we are not done at all. Well, you are done. I suppose living would be the best way to put it. But the wedding, it will not happen. This is an inconceivable outcome.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Do I believe him?
You can make a, what is it, insight, sense motive? I don't know. One of those two.
Yeah, that would be an insight, I think.
That's the skill.
So 21.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you believe him. I mean, he seems fairly, aside from having rehearsed his threatening death speech, definitely seems like you would not end up in a good place if this wedding were not to go through. You think he might even blame you if it wasn't even your fault either.
Yep.
Okay, I've got like one question.
You may ask as many questions as you like. However, do keep in mind, the longer you remain here asking questions, that is less time that you have to deliver the letter to my
Yeah.
bride-to-be.
I know, I get it. This Lenora, right? Lenora. Do you love her? Does she make your heart sing
Good
when
question.
you see her?
Good question.
Or is this some sham wedding we're doing?
I have never known a woman in my life that makes me feel the way that Lenora does. It is the case that most people, I look upon them and I think to myself, the world could do without them. But when I look upon Lenora, I think she's all right.
That's
And to
lovely.
me-
That's wonderful.
I think that's
pretty,
love.
That's pretty great.
I think that's
actually.
what love is.
Wow.
Like, if most
beautiful.
people stopped existing, I would not bat an eyelash. But if she were to stop existing, I do not know what I would do. I would probably just make everyone else stop existing.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. That means you
Ah.
love her. And you know what? I'm here for you. Whatever you need, I'm going to do it. We'll get this wedding on like a hitch, yeah?
Thank you, Jack.
Just tell me what I need to do. I'm ready. Need me to stab somebody? I can do it. Got like 4 knives. I check for my knives. Are they there? Like if I can reach them at all?
Your knives? No, they're not on you. You don't have them. You do, though, see Svaxthy, not Rodney Svaxthy,
Yeah.
but the one that I was describing. He beckons to somebody behind you guys, and you feel the restraints on your arms. They're slowly unlocked and removed for each one of you.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that feels better. I like crack my
Ah.
neck like 4 times.
And sir, is it really just delivering the letter? Is that all that we have to do for you each night? or is
No,
there more?
you will return to me at my estate in the morning after you have delivered the letter, and I will know whether or not you have succeeded based on the response from my Lenora.
So sorry for all the questions. So are we also bringing her letter from the morning to you in the morning, and then bringing another letter at night back to her, and then back and forth for the next like 5 days?
Yeah, has she
No.
like captured other bridesmaids to do this kind of job?
No. Unlike me, Lenora is a socialite. She has many friends and an extensive party of bridesmaids. She will take care of the delivery of her own letters.
How long do you, if someone asks how long we've known you, like 10 years?
Longer than you can remember. You cannot conceive of an existence without me.
All right, do it, done. Do we take the letter now?
Yes. He hands you, Jack, a folded letter sealed with the sigil of the Duke Gibson, a trelp, in red wax. The letter is very pristine. It's a white envelope, no tea stains or anything of the sort. And scrawled in very fanciful, loopy lettering is Lenora's name on the outside.
Yeah, Bugbear, you probably should take this. I'm not quite like
Bugbear has white
good at
gloves,
keeping it.
so he'll keep it immaculate.
Very good. Perfect.
I'm gonna need my knives though.
Oh, yes. Your possessions of brutality will be returned to you upon your exit of this chamber. I shall have my personal guard escort you out.
How personable.
Do we need any kind of seal of approval to get onto the estate?
You mean the Assistoce estate?
Yeah.
They may not let you in without a meeting. However, if you mentioned that you are there on my behalf, they may make an exception for that.
I've performed there before. They probably remember me.
I do work for them, so that maybe that will help.
Oh,
I
even
don't know.
better.
Oh, that's nice.
What do you do for
I'm
them?
a clerk. I do numbers.
You
That's it.
you work for the Assistoce.
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay.
Oh, is that
well,
a problem? Is that a problem?
Well, it seems to me that they would know you're not a relative of mine if you already worked for them.
Distant cousins.
I suppose. Though I figure people will ask questions why you haven't leveraged your familial ties to me to be in a more lucrative position than you are now.
Well, Mr. Kringus, Mr. Svaxthy, certainly.
Oh, yes.
No, sorry, wrong. I was looking at your
Oh,
screen.
I thought somebody was
I don't necessarily
talking
know
to
what
me.
that means, but in my
I
mind,
feel
anyway.
as though
No,
I've
Mr.
been
Svaxthy,
neglected over in
Surely,
my corner over here.
surely you've attended the theater before, and you know that we've got thousands of costumes that are available. We could dress up Mr. Svaxthy, other Svaxthy, so that no one from the Assistoce estate knew who he was. They wouldn't recognize him.
Put on some makeup, make him wear a fancy hat, something like that.
I will need
Paint
to
him silver?
approve
Mm-hmm.
any
sure.
disguises before they are fielded. It seems risky. Well,
These wouldn't be magical disguises. They'd just be costumes. Old school.
Well, based on your current choices in fashion, you will need to acquire more appropriate clothing for the wedding.
You don't like my jerkin?
No, I would prefer that jerkin off. Sorry, that was an attempt at humor. I'm afraid it fell quite flat. I am still working on my jokes.
Yeah, that one went over my head.
It went under mine.
Anyway, I will be leaving you to your task now. If you have any further questions, well, I hope you don't. But if you do,
Yeah, like one more. Whose hands do we need to give the letter to? To
directly
Lenora?
to Lenora. I would recommend you ensure that letter ends up in her hands. For if it does not, you know the consequences.
Yeah, larynxes and whatnot.
Feed to the trout.
Molten lead,
molten
trout
yes.
food, larynx
Sure.
instruments.
Very dramatic. Very dramatic. Profound.
So, just clarification. The wedding's in 5 days,
Yes, on
and 7 days after the proposal.
the climax of the Traup Festival. That is when the wedding is.
Right.
At the
Right.
Menthagard in the Chapel of
Yep.
Zabutia.
Yep, those are all great details. I just wanted to know. So you proposed 2 days ago,
I proposed months ago.
and she said yes.
Obviously she did, yes.
Just
How could you even suggest
Do you
such a
think
thing?
I
Why
would
would you be
be
so
at a
rude?
wedding
How
if
could you
somebody
do
does
You really
Of
such
care
course
that
you
terrible
would.
thing
all
to
the things I
suggest to
just
him?
said would...
You should just string him up.
Well, I mean,
Seems
Come
a
on
bit
now.
harsh.
we're going to be friends
okay,
here,
well,
right?
now we're ganging up on me. Great,
saying?
all
We
right.
gotta-
well,
we gotta get
all
off the right foot.
Okay, fine.
I grow weary of this conversation. I am leaving now. Svaxthy turns and disappears through the door he came in through. A couple of guards dressed all in black, with black face masks over the bottom of their faces, so you can only see the tops of their heads, stand behind you and gesture toward the door. They're now both holding torches. They appear to have lit them while you were having this conversation.
Yeah, I go through.
All right.
do I recognize any of their hair?
Make a perception check or investigation, maybe. One of the two.
No, definitely not.
Okay. No, they don't seem like familiar haircuts to you. One of them's wearing a hood, actually, and the other one's bald, so that might be hard
Very
to pin down.
nondescript. All right, follow him out then.
All right, you are all led through a short series of tunnels. There are some kind of prison cells, but they're all empty, where you eventually come upon a stone staircase that leads through a kind of like basement doors, I guess, like the double-hinged kind of wood ones. And you come out in a small orchard that is right next to a large stone estate, which I think, some of you, that would be the estate of Svaxthy. It's perched pretty close to the Duke's Keep.
What time of day is it?
It's late evening. It's like almost sunset, the twilight hour, you might say.
Sure. Oh, that's nice. Get some fresh air.
Oh, I'm feeling ill.
Yeah, wait, don't you always feel
Yes,
ill?
but I'm feeling more ill. Do you not understand how dangerous that man is?
Oh, he's nothing but a maroon.
People disappear. He makes them disappear. He's the most dangerous person in, all of
Oh, he's a
Lamgoh.
magician?
No, he's not a magician. He's the head of secret society of people. There's rumors that he's a Zenfite, the leader of them.
Oh, rumors, schmoomers. Look, Svaxthy, we've got a very simple task in front of us, and we're going to complete it. The whole city of Lamgoh is going to see us in our roles, and we're going to be back at the top, all right? This is going to be easy. You have nothing to worry about.
No.
Also the gold.
Did you see the bodies?
What?
Did
What?
you see the
bodies?
bodies on the walls?
What are you
You
talking
see
about?
Jingus Kringus. He's staring into the middle distance. They were strung up in that room, that chamber. There were bodies without skin. You didn't see?
No.
Oh, probably an
No.
illusion.
I
Nothing to
didn't-
worry about, Mr.
How
Kringus.
old did they look? How
What?
old did they look? Were they fresh? Did they smell?
Varying states of decay.
That's an interesting question, Saxy.
Svaxthy, not Saxy. Who you? What? Don't ever call me
Sorry,
that.
you're squirting around the. Never mind.
Were there really bodies in that chamber?
Do you have dark vision?
No.
You couldn't see the edges of the chamber. When you were being let
God.
out, you didn't see any bodies, at least near the exit/entrance to it.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'd like to get this done if we can.
Yeah, let's
So-
head
We
over.
We should do that, yes.
Svaxthy, you know where the Asastochi is? We know where Lenora, where we gotta go.
I assume Svaxthy does. Would you like me to roll for that?
Yeah, Svaxthy would know the
Great.
way.
Yes, I do. Of course I do. Why would I not? We should go. We should go. Absolutely go.
I'm just asking. Whatever. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll follow you. Bugbear, you got the letter.
Right here.
All right, let's go.
I prestidigitate any dirt or grime that got on me during that kidnapping with my little white glove hand.
Very good.
It is kind of sad, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Sure. Tragedy, really. I'm going to be taking notes. Perhaps playwright is in my future.
Hmm.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Oh, the nincompoop Svaxthy's really pathetic life, but it's interesting, isn't it? Right? People would pay to see that sort of show.
Oh, great. Gif. He's probably listening. You all need to shut up. We should go. I'm just going to go.
Whatever. He needs us, all right?
Oh shit!
He
Yeah.
needs us.
I follow Svaxthy.
All right. I'll follow.
Svaxthy moves. He walks kind of like Igor and like Frankenstein, hunched over, his hands wringing. Just like his eyes are way too big for his head, and they're just like darting back and forth, completely convinced Svaxthy is watching Svaxthy.
Not confusing at all.
No,
Got it.
call my
Yeah.
name.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm going to look around. Do I see anybody watching us?
Make a perception check.
Uh-huh. That would be a 20.
Okay. You see Jingus Kringus staring at you very wide-eyed as he's following behind you. He's not blinking.
What is it, old man?
Oh, I'm sorry. You just reminded me of someone I knew long ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. A friend from the war.
Oh, the war.
The Necromancer War.
Wait, were you in that?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I was. Long ago. When
Wait, are you a
I was a
necromancer?
young man.
Wasn't that 10 years ago?
It was 15 years ago.
That's not that long ago. I never got. Go on.
Oh, I was just thinking back about my time there in the dungeons and in the towers, in the Necromancer's Tower in Calovia, and I just got... I was back there, is all, when we were in the dungeon.
Yeah, it sounds like not so great memories. I wasn't involved in any of that.
No, you are much too young. You're 27. You have your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah, I would have been 12.
Yes, they didn't make many 12-year-olds fight in the Necromancer War.
Not many, but a few.
Probably
just
wasn't
a few
great idea.
very talented young wizards at the age of 12. Species do age differently as well. We had some kobolds that helped us. They were only 3.
That's great. Are we still walking as he,
Yes.
as he talks? Because if not, I'm just gonna do that thing, you walk up and kind of just help an old man out, push him forward.
Yeah, oh,
That's great. That's great. Yeah.
Jingus Kringus
keep
is also
telling your story,
very
sure.
slow and shuffly.
You're doing
He is
great,
not
Mr.
keeping. He's
Kringus.
not even really keeping pace with Svaxthy, who is Igor lurching about.
Svaxthy has not been listening. He's like a full block ahead of all of you.
Yeah, Shodan's gonna buddy up with Bugbear and assist in moving Jingus along.
You look strong. You want to just put him on your shoulders?
Yeah, you want a piggyback ride?
Oh, yes, please.
All right.
The less I have to use my bones, the better.
All right, here you go, champ.
Thank you. You hear an audible noise as you pick him up, like you're picking up a sack
Bloody
of
hell.
loose bones.
Whoa, you're
with these
really
guys?
light.
Oh, yes. My bones are mostly hollow.
You said you were like 43.
Yes.
What happened to you?
Oh, a great many things happened to me in the war. One such thing was that I was cursed by necromancers to have bones of jelly.
Oh, jeez. my grip becomes very gentle.
Good luck with that. Yeah. Does Svaxthy go around the corner?
Yep.
Yeah. I think we're losing Svaxthy, which is kind of impressive considering he's moving it
All
back.
right, stories latest. Look, come on. We got a letter to deliver.
Yeah, I kind of shuffle up to catch up to Svaxthy.
It's hard to say.
Well, now that you're not waiting for the old 43-year-old Jingus Kringus to make his way to the estates, you catch up with Svaxthy. And after, the Assistochi estate is not terribly far from where the Duke's Keep is. It's in the nicer part of the city of Lamgoh. I think in the Ombuch, probably.
Mm-hmm.
That would seem right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so you approach the gates of the Assistochi estate. This is a huge, imagine like a big old Italian villa. They have their own hills with grapevines and tomato plants and all sorts of orchards and things. This place is extensive. It's surrounded, though, by these tall clay walls, and then there's some, iron gates on each side of the kind of the square that keeps it all in. They're all locked except for one on kind of the main road into the estate, which I am assuming you guys are approaching from. Unless you want to try to, climb the wall or something.
No.
Okay, good. Just checking. You never know. All right. So you approach the gate, and you see two guards standing in front of it. And as you get close, one of the guards steps forward and he says, "Hey, yay! Stop your moving. What's this business you got here at the Assistochi estate at such a late hour?"
Wedding business?
Wedding business? Ain't no weddings being held here today.
Not tonight.
We're delivering a letter from Svaxthy to the lady Lenora.
A letter?
Assistochi. Yes.
Well, it better not be the letter F you, if you know what I'm saying. You don't want to be coming in here saying no bad letters to the lady Assistochi.
Different kind of letter.
A written letter, you
All
idiot.
right? Ah, writing. Yeah, I ain't got much time for that. I'm just a simple guard. I don't even know how to read the letters F-U. I don't know what they mean. I was just pulling a couple out as an example.
Well, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Our business is sort of time sensitive, so we got to get through ASAP. Those are 4 more letters. I'm sure you've heard them before.
Can you just show him the letter?
Yep, right here.
All right. Yeah.
Seal?
That's
See
a
the seal?
that's a
That's the
square
seal of the
piece of
Duke?
paper.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
You
sure
know
is.
the seal? You've seen it before? The trout, the red trout?
Yeah, I've seen the red trout before. I know that's the seal of the Duke. I ain't stupid. Tell him
know.
I ain't
You never-
stupid, Vinny.
Nah, nobody's stupid here.
No. You two are incredible, and I think the Assistochi are lucky to have you at their gates.
Yeah, they are pretty lucky to have us as guards at the gates. But, you know what? I'm gonna send Vinny here back into the estate to see if you're expected by the lady Assistochi.
Sure.
All right. The guard, Vinny, I guess, he's kind of a large dude, kind of broad in the shoulders, big meaty arms. The other guy you were talking to, whose name I don't think you do know, he's kind of a smaller, he's a human, but he has very, rat-like looking features, very pointy face, long nose. He's got greasy black hair. So Vinny goes through the gate and lumbers his way toward the estate. The other guy just turns to you and he says, so, how you finding the day to be?
Just saw an old friend, and he asked us to deliver this letter.
Little muggy out tonight, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I can feel that. Definitely sweating here in my armor.
Yep. Great.
You like
how
working
long
here
is-
for the Assistochi?
Oh, yeah. Aside from the awkward gate conversations I gotta have sometimes, just
Sure,
standing out here waiting for things to happen, it's a pretty good gig.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, you know, medieval times. No, got a lot of life was slower back now.
What are you talking about? What's medieval?
It's something from a play I'm working on.
Oh, yeah. You're I seen you somewhere
yep, the
before.
one and only. Bugbear.
You're Benedict
Cumberbunny.
Cumberbatch.
You
I
know that's
you.
close. A lot of people mispronounce it. Bugbear.
Oh, yeah.
How long does Vinny usually take?
Oh, Vinny's a pretty thorough guy, He takes as long as he needs.
Oh.
But, he's, I'd expect him to be back in about, maybe 20 minutes or 2.
Great.
Fucking hell.
This is agony.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I agree.
reminds me of my time in the Necromancer's dungeons.
Jack starts leaning against each wall and then appraising it, giving his notes on how good of a wall it is to lean on. He's leans on wall. It's too rough. Too soft. This one's good. Yeah.
Hey.
Good leaning.
You got a
you
good eye for
loitering
walls
against that
there,
wall
Jack.
there?
No.
Those walls ain't for sitting, pal. You're gonna have to step off those.
I'm just
You know-
waiting for Vinny to come back. You know why I'm here.
Yeah, I know. I didn't forget. It's only been a couple of minutes since I asked you guys what you was doing here,
Yeah.
and I remember 'cause I got a brain like a what do you call it?
Like the incredibly intelligent guard that you are.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I call
This
it.
is going to be a great another 18 minutes.
Oh yeah, we're gonna fill this whole time with. Oh hey, look, Vinny's back. You see?
Thanks, Jeff.
Oh, you pronounce it with the soft G, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you know, to each their own. The Assistochi are pretty solidly wrecked, you know. We prefer the GIF around here.
Gotcha,
So you might want to
gotcha.
watch your mouth.
I meant no harm. I was just a GIF. It's all the same to me.
How do you feel about Yif? I know that.
What the?
I just
get. What are you
I heard
talking
it was a
about?
compromise. I heard it was a compromise.
Who says that? Who says yif here? Raise
It
your
might
hands.
just have been an accent. I don't know.
Jingus Kringus slowly, shakily raises a hand. Oh yes, I am a fan of the pronunciation yif myself.
See?
Makes me sick. It should be GIF. You know, he is hard and solid, our God, the one and only. So that's the end of that.
Hey, Vinny, had a look in there.
Yes, please, can we go in?
Uh-huh.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, Vinny don't talk too much. He's a pretty quiet guy.
I like.
But yeah, if
pat
he
Vinny
gave you
on
the
back.
then that's a good thing. That means you're good to go. Just don't cause any trouble while you're in there. If you do and you make me look bad, you make me and Vinny look bad, you're gonna be answering for those bad lookings that you did.
No. When we get in there, we're gonna put in a good word of how great you did at the door.
All right, that's
we're gonna
good.
make you look good. All right.
Absolutely.
That's what we do. That's what
All
this
right.
group of 5 groomsmen. That's what we're all about.
That's what I
wouldn't
like to
expect
hear.
any less work from you fine gentlemen. You did great.
All right. Well, see you
I
later.
certainly
See you on our
wouldn't
way out,
expect any
probably.
more work from either of you.
Yeah, the gate's open. Vinny opened it just now. You guys could have gone in the last minute or so.
We're just
Jack
making
is,
a
like, at
kind
the door
goodbye.
leaning on
yeah,
it.
Let's go.
My gift smile upon you.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And down to you.
Anyway,
Hey guys, let's go in here.
you all march into the Assistochi estate. You approach the large mansion house thing that they've got going on. It's very fancy, full of arches and buttresses. I think those are something that you have on a fancy building. Spires maybe here and there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very very big, very elegant, very what's an Italian word for is one spicy meatball? That's what it is. Anyway, you get to the front doors where there are a couple other guards, but they do not make conversation with you. They just let you inside.
Glad these were
Great.
quiet ones.
Inside, you are met by, there is a man in a suit. He is wearing a black garb of a butler or a servant, something to that effect. And he walks up to you and he says, "Oh, yes, how may I help you today?"
Looking for the lady
Lenora?
Lenora. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Official
but
business from the Duke.
Of course, you must be delivering the nightly letter from her betrothed, Svaxthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know the
I
deal.
will point you to her quarters. Of course, if it is no trouble, I could always take the letter to her
No.
myself.
No, we had to
Take it.
deliver it directly to her. It's very, very important that we
Direct
do.
orders from the Duke.
I see, yes. Very well. I will point you in her direction. I believe she is in her quarters at the moment, her bedroom. Follow me. And he kind of scuttles toward the stairs and gestures for you to follow him. Yeah, little tiny pitter-patter footsteps. Yeah, he's a pretty short guy, wispy white hair, kind of portly-ish. But he takes you up the stairs. And you walk down a couple, long corridors. It's kind of got that thing where you're almost walking on the outside of the building for a bit. On the second story, there's some open hallways that you can kind of lean out and look over upon the estate. It's very breezy. As you are on the seaside, you can kind of get a view of the bay from here. And he leads you to one of the spires where he gestures to a large
wooden door, and he says, "These are the quarters of the Lady Lenora. I can fetch her if you wish."
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine. That also works.
Very good. He scuttles up to the door, and he knocks upon it, but as he does, the door sort of creaks open, so we're not closed.
Never a good sign when a door creaks open.
How very interesting. She didn't leave her door locked. She told us she would be in here all day and not to be disturbed. I guess maybe she's gone. Well, I will check. And he enters the door. Do the rest of you follow him, or do you just stay outside?
I set down
Follow him.
Jingus.
I like peek my
I
head in.
just sort of.
You can walk from here, bud.
I have to do a bit of a lean against the wall. My tummy is really acting up right now.
Oh, I feel bad. Cool. Whoever follows this little butler man, who I don't think introduced himself by name, but that's fine. Nobody asked either. That's fine. I didn't have a name for him anyway.
Wow. Okay. I guess. I mean, what's his name, Hayden? What's his name?
Oh no, you gotta ask him in character. That would be rude of me to just say his name outside
You just seemed a little
of.
hurt. That's all. I was like, it was just a little.
No, it's cool. I didn't actually have this character planned.
Oh, okay. I mean, the tears
he's not gonna be
tears
important to the
streaming
narrative at
down
all.
your eyes, like sort of.
Yeah,
that, but
he's.
okay.
It's fine. He's not like a personal. He's not like my
Insight.
fan
Does he look
insert.
sad?
Yeah. Does
character.
Hayden look sad?
19.
Does Hayden look sad? Hayden's fine.
No,
Hayden's
does
never
the
sad.
unnamed wispy man look
The
sad?
unnamed wispy
I
butler
rolled a
man.
19
You
on
don't
insight.
know because he scuttled off ahead of you. You can't see his face right now. But you do walk into this large bedroom that's very ornate, though it does look a bit messy. You see a writing desk with a bunch of papers on top of it. You see that the bed's not made. The window is open ajar a little bit. And otherwise, it just looks like, a breeze has kind of come through here and, some stuff is on the floor where it shouldn't be. The little spindly, wispy, white-haired man, he goes, "Oh dear, no, it looks like the Lady Lenora she's not here. It's odd.
Huh.
I could have sworn she was in here all day. Well, I guess you'll have to, just simply leave the letter here and hope she receives it.
That's
Otherwise,
not an
So
option.
he's very explicit.
Can
I walk over to
investigate
the
room?
window.
Sure. Do you want to make a perception check or perhaps investigation? One of the two.
Perception check from the window. I would guess.
Yeah. Can I investigate, look for any signs
Yeah.
of disturbance in the room?
All of you may make your various roles of perception or investigation. Just let me know what they are.
All right.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Cool. Everything's awesome
First roll of
here.
the game.
2. My tummy's really
for me.
acting up right now.
Never seen a room more normal and cool than this one.
17 investigation.
Cool.
13 perception.
All right. Shodan, you don't notice anything seriously out of the ordinary. I mean, the window is open as you walk up to it, but when you look outside, it's got a good look down. You're kind of on top of a hill. You can see out into the town. You said 17
Mm-hmm.
investigation?
Yeah.
All right. Cumberbunn, you notice a few things. There's a couple points of interest in this room for you that draw your eye. So, first, there's a kind of large red book on the nightstand next to Lenore's bed. And there also on that writing desk full of papers, there seems to be kind of a cleared out space, and on that space is a letter that's just sitting kind of out, separate from all the rest of the papers and things that are untidy in there.
What's the book?
The book is titled Impaled on Phonics, Draconic for Beginners.
How cute.
Um,
Adorable.
but you also do notice that on that nightstand is a drawer. It looks like it doesn't have a handle, but there is a lock, like a place for a key to go in and open the drawer.
Anyone got a key? Mr. I didn't catch your name. Sorry, what was it?
Oh, are you asking me about what my name is?
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Jingles.
Jingles.
Jingles the
Jingles.
butler. Yes.
Jingles.
Yeah.
Very nice. Mr. Jingles, do you got a key that can open this here drawer? Perhaps
The drawer? No, I'm afraid I do not. I'm not allowed to snoop into the private drawers of the Assastochi. That would get my hands cut off, I think.
Yeah, is it strange that the lady isn't here?
Well,
Are you alarmed? Are you worried about this?
I am just confused. She told us, the cleaning staff, that no one should disturb her today, not to come in her room, and that she would not be leaving until very late. But she's not here, and none of us. I did not see her leave the estate. You could ask.
Can I roll
the other,
insight on that?
Yeah, you can roll insight.
Ooh. I rolled a 24.
Yeah, you definitely get the feeling he's genuinely confused about all this, and that the things that the Lady Lenora told him, she probably did tell him.
If one were to climb out the window, are there like ledges? Is there an easy way down, or is it like a sheer fall of 30 feet or something like that?
Yeah, you can make a perception check out the window, specifically.
19 plus 4 is going to be 23.
Oh, that means you score. Yeah, 23 is enough to reveal that, yeah, it definitely seems possible. There's there's kind of like a tiled lip below this window that somebody could kind of climb out onto. And then as far as you know, you kind of have space to maneuver around. There's like a lower walkway, like one of those open air like hallways that you saw, kind of like I don't know what you call them. It's like a wall, I guess, that you can kind of hop down to from here. And conceivably that the drop after that would not be too much trouble to kind of like scale over the wall and just drop yourself and leave. You could certainly get out this way. You couldn't get back in without being detected so easily, though.
I wonder.
Is there any way, like, she just left and no one saw her?
Well, we have guards posted on the walls.
What about that one there?
I point down to the one out of the window.
That's the walkway to the food stores. I don't see anybody patrolling there right now. I suppose it's possible somebody could have slipped out through there. I wouldn't try it. I would probably break my bones trying to get down a height of that magnitude.
When was the last time you spoke with her? Does she have other places in the estate that she likes to stay? Perhaps she's just there.
Yes, I suppose you could try the library. She might be down there studying some sort of book. She's been recently deep into some literature lately. I think she's trying to learn Draconic. I would assume for her upcoming marriage to Svaxthy, the Dragonborn. I put that one together myself. Bit of a detective in my spare hours, you know.
What kind of literature aside from Draconic? Any topics in particular?
I personally don't know. I've not really spoken to her about such things. Not my place, not my interests.
Hey, I got a question for you. Is she like a mischievous kind of woman, Lenora?
The Lady Lenora? Well, they say that she is much like her mother, as she was in her youth.
I don't really... as someone who's unfamiliar with the family, what's that mean?
She has looks that can kill and a personality that can murder, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, I see why
She's
Svaxthy
very
likes her so much.
Sharp. Oh, yes. Definitely a witty one, that. I would say, though, that she's been in a bit of trouble in her youth, I suppose. Though, if she's sneaking out and about, I wouldn't know about it.
All right, look, we cannot give this letter to anyone but her. It was on direct order, and so we're going to need to figure out where she went. Is there any way anywhere else we should check first? The library, I don't think she would be in there, just because, the book is here, right? So...
Well, I suppose that's possibly true. You could try the... she does attempt... occasionally she strolls along the beach, with her friends sometimes. She could be out there. Maybe she went down to the markets. Otherwise I don't really know.
Can we get down outside this window?
Do you mean, would you like to exit the estate from this window? Is that what you're asking?
I mean, can we be outside there, see if she went that way? Actually, whatever. Jack opens the window and just jumps out.
Oh dear.
Straight.
Before you jump out, Bugbear is gonna yell out,
You can do it.
I believe in you.
Yeah, sure.
You just hear a small fang. Comes out the window.
I'm gonna be some bardic inspiration.
I have slow fall though, so I should be fine.
Oh, it might come in handy.
Jingles, definitely his eyes go wide when you open the window, and he goes, whoa, what are you doing? Why are you opening? You're not going to jump out there, are you? That seems like
Just ignores him
he just
completely.
did.
Just
He
leaps
leapt out.
out.
Okay, that's... God, I hope he doesn't damage the tile.
How far
Okay.
down is it?
To the lip below the window? Probably like just a 5-foot drop. It's not very far.
Oh. I'm a rabbit. I'll hop out too.
It is a narrow kind of lip. I will at least need a like an acrobatics check to keep your balance. It won't be a high DC though.
From both of us, or
Whoever's out there.
acrobatics is 14.
17.
Okay, that's good enough. You both keep your balance and kind of cling to the side of the wall.
Do I notice anything out there?
You can roll perception.
13.
No, not really.
12.
Nothing that you couldn't see already from the window.
I'm gonna go check out the food stores. He said they're like this way.
Yes, but I would recommend that you wait for me to... I could just take you there, instead of doing what you're doing, which could seriously get me in a lot of trouble. I don't think the Assistoches would appreciate anyone climbing on the outside of their building.
Yeah, just come on. Just get out of here. Let's go.
I'm not crawling out that window. That's
I'll wait
dangerous.
here. Go around, whatever.
I'll come with you.
I'll wait here.
Okay, I would suggest that you just come back in and you follow me to the food stores. I can take you there. It's very easy. You don't have to do any dangerous climbing or potential damaging of property.
Fine, I climb back in.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you. That's very, very thoughtful of you to not do what you were doing.
You mentioned
Goodness.
a letter, by the way. Is that letter from Svaxthy? Is that like the one he wrote her this morning?
Make a investigation roll. You didn't. You just saw the letter. You didn't read it though.
10.
10 investigation. You go up to the letter. What languages can you speak?
Oh, why do I only have common? I didn't choose my other languages.
Well, I'm not going to give you any hints as to what language you should choose right now.
Yeah, what are you looking at
That
there,
would be
Bugbear?
cheating.
Something written in Draconic. I'm
What?
gonna read it. Probably, right? It's Draconic.
You can say that. With a 10 investigation, I won't necessarily say that you know that it is or isn't Draconic.
I
but
think
you
it's
know
Draconic. I don't know.
I will
let
tell
me-
you
let me
that you
look
know
at
it is
that. Let me
not
look at
written in
that.
common.
Certainly ain't common.
I'd take a look at it. Is it in
Okay.
Draconic? I speak
What
Draconic.
language? Do you speak Draconic?
Yep.
You know that it is not written in Draconic.
All right. Well, let me take a look here. Is it in Dwarvish?
I speak Sylvan.
If it's in
Mm-hmm.
Common, Draconic, Elvish, Gnomish, Dwarvish, Halfling, or Celestial, I can speak all of those. And
Okay.
read them.
Elvish is the winner, so
Ah.
whoever can speak that can read it,
Fantastic.
I guess.
I can read that.
Very good.
Oh yeah. What is this family?
The Assistochi?
Yeah.
What about them?
What race are they?
I think primarily human.
Okay.
Maybe like human with a mix of elf.
All right.
I read the letter.
That's an
So you go
uncomfortable
and you
question.
snatch
It's a
the
little
letter
bit.
up from whoever was looking at it. The Jingles, the butler, kind of panics and he says, "I do not think we should be looking through the personal effects of Miss Lenora. She would not.
I'm not
be
looking, I'm
very
reading."
Pleased if we did that. That's real. You got me stumped there.
Now,
Well,
Jingles, I don't mean to be alarmist, but if we've got a missing person on our hands, then we got to be looking through all the investigative
Yes, and I'm
methods.
quite fond of my larynx, so
Oh,
please be
dear.
quiet so I may read this letter.
okay. Jingles, it's panicking, but you managed to look through the letter, and here's what it says in Elvish. Meet at the beach below the lighthouse. Arrive at the hour after sun's passing. Come alone. Don't be seen. Make sure you are not followed if you are. Dress warm. M.
Okay.
M.
Dress warm, hour past, blah, blah, blah. Right. All of that.
We should have started with the letter.
Yeah, let's go there. Let's go to the...
To the beach.
I assume it's the Huadair.
Who?
The Huadair.
What?
You know,
Who
the
dare?
lighthouse.
Who
Oh,
would
yeah,
dare?
sure.
That is how I believe it is said. Who would dare?
Yeah, the Huadair.
Yes. Let's go. Who were there?
Ah, good one. And I punch him on the shoulder.
Okay.
Whoops.
Ah.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah, look. Jingles, could you take us to the front door then?
Yep. I can take you there. I'll look around. You sure you don't want to check the library or any of the other?
I'm pretty sure.
Well,
pretty
I guess
sure.
I can do that myself. I will
Yeah.
search around for the Lady Lenore, and I will, if I see you, let you know where she is.
You do that. You do that. Yeah.
Very good.
So guys, should we get going?
Yes, but you need to come back in the window.
I already did. I'm in the window.
Out of the window. You're like on the sill of the window. Off the window.
All right, I jumped down from the windowsill. Yeah, let's go.
All right.
We've got to get this letter to her somehow.
Very good. You guys leave the estate. Jingles escorts you to the front door, and you leave through the gate that you came in through, I assume. And you are, I would take it on the way to the beach below the lighthouse. Now, I don't really have the city perfectly planned out in my head. I would imagine that it's pretty far, and it is around sunset right now, so if you hoof it, you think you might be able to make it there before the hour after sun's passing, or just barely in time.
Yeah.
Definitely
Guys,
gotta hoof it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to get going quick.
All right, get on up, Pop.
Oh, you want me to do a piggyback ride again? Very
Yep.
well.
I move the shield around and just put that on your back.
Oh, okay.
How heavy is your shield?
It's just like a buckler. It's not a
Okay.
it's not
He
a big one.
struggles to lift it and put it on his back, but he does manage to do it after some effort.
All right, great. I got a good stance then.
Oh, yes. And Jingus Kringus kind of crawls on your back.
Cool.
Away, my steed.
All right. That's funny.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Let's go.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah, we hoof
you
it
guys
over.
start booking it toward the lighthouse in the Huadair district.
Svaxthy starts breathing very heavily once we've gone like 5 blocks.
Yeah, how about
Oh, jeez, I can't carry 2 people.
just to see, because, you're giving an old man a piggyback ride, Shodan, and Svaxthy's not in good health. I'll get athletics checks from everybody to see what your pace ends up being, if you
Okay.
make it in a reasonable time or not.
Oh, jeez.
17 somehow.
That's pretty good.
-1 though. so,
13.
you know.
It's still pretty good.
Athletics, you say? Ah,
Yeah.
damn. I got a 9.
11.
9/11. Uh-oh.
Oh no,
Oh, no.
this is an emergency.
Just like before, it does seem like Svaxthy is outpacing you all somehow.
I feel like I'm the only one that
the rest
really
of you are-
understands the danger of Svaxthy.
That might be the case. You are spurred on because you were afraid that you will be thrown
I have
in the
a very
ocean.
vivid imagination, and I've been replaying his whole threat just with the gruesomest of details in my
The
mind.
speech he rehearsed 7 times before he
My
started.
scales have gone
and
to
didn't-
pure white at this point. I'm so terrified.
And I imagine Shodan wants to move faster, but every time he starts to, Jingus just makes noises like he's gonna break.
Oh, oh. Something like that.
Okay. All right, Pop.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be less fragile.
I mean, yeah, do your best.
I could give you some words of encouragement from my Lord and Savior Yif.
Oh, sure.
Actually, yeah, I can totally do that, can't I? Because I have, what's the one? I think it's Bless?
Oh.
Yeah. Or Guidance, that's for skill rolls. That would make you more athletic. Yeah, so, I guess, Jingus Kringus will start to guidance you, and you feel a little pep in your step.
Oh, nice.
This old man's got some tricks in his bag of bones.
All right, you all make it to the beach at a reasonable pace, at a reasonable hour, at a reasonable time. It's pretty dark, though, and I don't think any of you but Jingus Kringus had dark vision. Are any of you lighting any torches?
I can,
or
I can cast a, I can cast a spell. I can cast a spell. I'm on my claws and knees. I grab a little seashell. I cast light on it.
All right. You cast light, and you guys are you're like right at the beach. So you're at one of the there's kind of like a path that goes along the outer edge of the beach, and you're at one of the sort of inlets to that. And you cast your light on your seashell, and I assume you all kind of step on the beach.
Mm.
Yeah, the beaches of Lamgoh are very, very nice. They are like fine, white, granular sand. The water is very warm. It's usually pretty crowded out here, though kind of the area near the lighthouse where you guys are trying to go is a little more rocky and craggy, so not as many people go there, especially not at the nighttime, because, as you know, in Lamgoh, there are a few roving gangs, such as the Pumble Street Pebsons, that Jack B. Muggin is, of course, a part of, that like to cause trouble out on the docks at the very least, and the beaches sometimes too. But because you've got someone so rough and tumble with you, I'm sure it won't be any trouble. At least that's what I say now, but then you guys see some people on the beach as you approach the lighthouse that are walking towards you, and they look troublesome. Anyone can roll perception to try and figure out who they are. I shouldn't have said they look troublesome before you guys roll the perception check.
15.
They look pretty troublesome.
Guys, these guys look trouble.
I roll a natural
Yes,
1.
15. They seem pretty troublesome indeed.
You see
I don't know.
Shodan, the Lady Lenora Asistochi, beckoning to you in the distance.
Oh, she's right over there.
Good. How about that?
I do know it would be. They look like trouble, man. Like, we gotta get over there.
Are they with her?
It looks like someone's calling to us.
Are they in two separate groups?
So you Shodan rolled a natural 1. I don't know if you knew that, but he may not have seen what he thinks he saw. But Jack B. Muggin definitely did see a group of what looks like 5 people crouched low, walking towards you, and they're doing something with their arms, but you can't quite. You think you hear a faint, but you're not sure.
Oh, a rehearsal.
Do I recognize any of these blokes?
Make a... What are the other skills in 5e that would let you recognize groups of people? I'm gonna look that up. I think, like, maybe not history.
I mean, it's it'd probably be like, I mean, it's perception, I think.
Yeah, I guess it's probably, you just did roll a perception check too, DC 15. I'll give you based on what you know of other rival gangs, you know that there is a gang that roves the beaches sometimes known as the Beach Boys. And they will mug and steal things from the silly rich people that stay out late at night, or couples that go out and make out before the sea.
Are they known for snapping? Is that their thing?
That is their signature sort of, it's like they have like this whole thing, the Beach Boys, where they're all about like showmanship, and they think like synchronizing and like harmonizing with each other is really like, that makes them really threatening. Kind of like a mating dance, but for being scary.
Street toughs.
Everyone look alive. Look alive, we got some Beach Boys coming here.
What? Oh, damn it.
Let me handle this.
Is that one of those street tough gangs?
Would my bardic inspiration still be on you, or has too much time passed?
How long does that last?
10 minutes. Okay.
Nah, probably not.
You're tougher than they are.
Is that a new bardic inspiration you just cast?
Is it a D8 or a D6?
It's a D8.
Okay.
All right. I set old Jingus down.
Oh!
Yeah. I kind of
Thank you.
meet the Beach Boys like halfway.
Stick near me, Pops.
I will do, Mr. Weston. I will make sure that you are guided by the light of Yif in whatever struggles may come.
Nice.
As these snapping figures get closer, you hear one of them say, Well, boys, looks like we're gonna have fun tonight. We got ourselves a group of lost wanderers out here on the beach.
Oh, well. Isn't it the Beach Boys? Look, I'm not here for trouble, but I am looking for somebody. And so, why don't you just keep on walking and, we'll keep on walking this way. Sound good?
Oh! Well, that accent sounds like you're one of the Pumble Street Pebsons. Well,
Yeah.
well. What a surprise. I'm not looking up Beach Boys songs to make some sort of reference right now. It's actually not that easy.
Yeah.
Well, help me, Rhonda. This is our lucky day.
Well, as you know, each gang here in Lamgoh has got a different accent. And since you can tell mine, and I can tell yours, you know you're not to mess with me, or else this is going to get ugly real quick.
Maybe that's what we're looking for tonight. Is some woo, this is hard. What are some good ones? Disney Girls? That's a song they did? That seems wrong. How about we're just looking for some heroes and villains to we're all fuck it. Give us all your money.
No.
I pull out my dagger, like a switchblade, but it's not a switchblade.
If you want money, I'll give you something. And I wave the knife around. But if you have the kindness in your heart, yeah, why don't you just keep on going?
And can I roll intimidation?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Do I roll bardic inspiration after or before can I choose to use it after?
But before you know
I think
the result.
that's allowed. Yeah, before
Okay.
I'm just rolling their insight kind of versus
Yeah.
your.
I'll roll it. That's an 18.
Cool. Well, they
Intimidation.
rolled a 3.
19 intimidation.
So the Beach Boys, the one in the front that was kind of doing all the talking, looks to the other ones, and he says, "All right, I guess we can let this one slide. If we start a turf war with the Pumble Street Pebsons, well, God only knows what would come of that." So,
yeah, you don't want to mess with Mr. Pebs.
You know what? I'm feeling the good vibrations tonight, so I'm gonna let this one slide. But if you ever come on our turf again, Pumble Boy, we'll catch ya with surfing, USA. Just get
I'm
out of
looking
here.
forward to it. Yeah.
All right, guys, let's go. I keep eye contact with them the whole time while
They're
everyone else
also
moves
walking
around me.
backwards, keeping eye contact with you, snapping their fingers in unison.
Never seen you in action before, Jack. That was impressive. You
Yeah,
should have told them.
You gotta say what you gotta say, The gangs out here, they're rough. But if you got the street cred, they'll leave you alone. Well, let's look for Mr. Lenora.
Yeah, that didn't delay you guys too much, and after a few more minutes, you end up at the cliffs below the lighthouse. The lighthouse is kind of situated on top of these tall rock formations that kind of cluster together at this one part of the beach. It's kind of the tallest point on the shore anyway, and that seems like a kind of effective place for a lighthouse, but I don't know. I'm not a lighthouseman. It's also probably important to just have a lighthouse near where there's a bunch of craggy rocks that people could crash into, and this is a place where that would be the case. So you are far below the lighthouse, but this is where the letter kind of implied you should be.
Mm-hmm.
But you have your light out, and you don't really see any other signs of anybody around. There's no other lights. You're kind of looking maybe on the ground. In fact, everybody can roll a perception check.
See anything, Jingus?
Oh, would you like me to use my 300 feet of vision of the night?
11 perception.
Oh, dear.
I
think Jingus is actually very good at perception.
I rolled a nat 20.
Nice. Then who cares what anybody else got? That's not important anymore. Yeah, Shodan, you are kind of peering around. Svaxthy's waving his seashell light out about, and you catch a glimpse of something darker than the sand surrounding it, sort of lying down on the beach. You think it could be a rock, but as the light kind of catches it again, you see that it looks a little, perhaps squishier than a rock.
Oh, look over there. And I start hustling over to
Oh
it.
dear.
All right.
Yeah, I follow.
I follow.
You
I
all
have the light.
run up to this pile on the beach, and you see that it is indeed a humanoid figure who is face down in the sand. And you can roll an investigation check, but it looks like a at least from here, a dead body. I have to take a bathroom break, so I'm gonna go do that.
I'm gonna get some fresh air because, oh my god.
Yeah, it's stuffy in here in my booth, I think. Everyone, roll for initiative.
Oh, shoot. I forgot my dice.
Ah, don't worry. Just call 1-800-ROLL-A-DIE.
Huh?
Yeah, that's right. Just call 1-800-ROLL-A-DIE. The easiest way to roll a die when you forget to bring your dice to the table. Thank you for calling 1-800-ROLL-A-DIE. What dice would you like to roll today? For D20, press 1. For D6, press 2. For D8, press
1.
Please select the number of D20 you would like to roll. For 1, press 1. For 2,
1.
you have selected 1 D20. If this is correct, press 1. If it is incorrect, press pound to return to the main.
1.
You rolled a 12. Have a nice day.
With 1-800-ROLL-A-DIE, you're never without your dice. Our fully automated system will roll you a die at the speed of light.
I cast Fireball. That's 8d6 damage.
You have selected 8d6. If this is correct, you rolled a 4, a 3, a 1.
So convenient and fast, you'll never want to roll real dice again.
Ever since I started using 1-800-ROLL-A-DIE, I've thrown all my dice in the trash. My sessions have never gone faster or smoother.
1-800-ROLL-A-DIE even has custom messages depending on how well you roll.
You rolled a 1. That blows.
Ah, dang it.
You rolled a 20. Are you sure you're not using loaded dice? Hey.
1-800-ROLL-A-DIE has over 47 custom messages.
You rolled a 19. Suck my balls, Goblin Overlord.
Classic Roll-A-Die.
1-800-ROLL-A-DIE, the 100% most convenient way to play D&D. 1-800-ROLL-A-DIE will only roll dice. It will not do math. Players are responsible for adding their own modifiers. Custom messages not guaranteed to appropriately apply to every situation. Must be 18 or older to call. I think our fans are corpses.
Hello, exquisite corpses.
Speaking of
likes
corpses, you guys found a corpse just a second ago on the beach. No time has passed since our break.
May I roll a medicine?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Medicine would be super allowed.
Great. That's a 12.
12 medicine. What did everybody else get on their investigation?
15?
15? That's pretty good.
9.
Okay. So, Svaxthy, you know that this corpse is a fresh one.
Oh,
How
freshly
fresh?
deceased.
Like it died minutes ago, probably.
Is it just curled up? Do we see the face? Can I roll it onto its
You can
back?
flip it
I'll
over.
do
It is
so.
face down.
Yes. Quite delicately,
All
I
right.
will do so.
You flip the body, and you see now, pretty obviously, that it has been stabbed in the chest, right through the heart. It is a human clad in a black cloak, but underneath the black cloak there seems to be some pretty fine-looking dress, like they were ready to be out and about on the town. But you don't see any like armor or weapons on their body, and they're definitely dead. Definitely dead.
What's the face look like?
Pretty handsome, pretty. Like, they've got a good jawline going on, like a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow. Black hair that was at one point probably neatly combed, but now looks a little disheveled and sandy after being face down in the beach.
Yeah, deadhead.
Big old, beautiful brown eyes that are kind of glazed over because they're dead. Kind of stuck in a look of almost surprise. And, yeah, that's kind of what you notice with all these rolls.
So not Lenora.
You don't think this is the Lady Lenora. Definitely doesn't look like a lady. You could do some further examination if you really want to make sure, but I don't know if we want this to be that kind of podcast.
Check his junk.
You can check the junk if you really want. We'll just
Really,
glaze
just
over
gonna-
it.
Like, check the wound,
Did
check
I-
the pockets, check, like, it's fresh, but how fresh? The blood is still wet fresh?
Yeah, it's still leaking blood. A lot of it has been soaked up by the sand, though.
Did I notice anything around the body with that 15 on investigation?
You can see that there are some footprints, but there are a lot of footprints kind of on this beach. You know, people have been walking around all day. The tide is starting to come in too, so it hasn't quite gotten to the point yet where it's going to take this guy out to sea, obviously. But probably in like another hour it might have. But it seems like you didn't, at least with that investigation roll, weren't able to determine any like standout. There's nothing obvious here.
Looks like a classic case of a stabbing.
Can we search around for any like family sigils or anything
Yes,
like that?
any rings, anything in the pockets.
Like really investigate all the pockets and shit.
Make an investigation check again. You can do that to more thoroughly check the body.
No, it's a 10.
Now, you don't notice anything beyond what you had found
I'll
before,
try.
that it is a dead man.
No, that's like a 9.
Yeah.
Wait,
From your cursory just checking of things, just patting him down, yeah, it looks like he was either never had anything on him in the first place or he was
is
stripped
investigation
clean. You don't know.
intelligence, or is that...
It
Oh,
is.
okay.
It is
That's a
the
13.
intelligence. Yeah, you get the feeling that the guy with the clothes he was wearing probably had something on him of value, but whoever did the deed to kill him must have
Perhaps
taken it,
those
'cause
Beach
he's
Boys did it.
got nothing on him.
Fucking hell. Are we going to have to go interrogate those Beach Boys?
I think we should look for Lenora.
Is there more beach ahead? Like, have we kind of reached the edge of the cliffs, or?
Yeah, you're almost there. Like, there is a place where the beach gets kind of separated by these rocks that kind of like jut out into the sea a little bit. There's kind of like a natural break. That's like as far as conceivably anybody could walk, though. So somebody would have had to, this is kind of like a secluded place where you kind of have to consciously walk into it. There's only really one in and out. Well, I guess 2. You could sail in on a boat, or you could walk around to the front of where the lighthouse is. That's the route you took.
Mr. Kringus, do you see anything beyond what the light shows?
Well, let me check my list of spells to see if there's anything I can do to help you here. Oh, yes, indeed. No.
Great, and you don't like see anyone like in the distance? Should we just call out for Lady Lenora?
fine.
I'm just gonna do that.
I'll roll a perception check if you're so insistent that I
You
do
just seem
so.
to have really good eyesight compared to the rest of us.
It's not terrible.
I'll
My
go
eyes
ahead
have
and
seen
bless him.
many horrors.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got a +6 to perception, but he only rolled a
Oh, wait, that
5.
wouldn't
So
work.
Jingus doesn't give you any extra information, I'm afraid.
Okay, I'm just gonna call out, Lady Lenora. Just yell that a couple times.
All right. Everybody else, when he yells that out, can make another perception check.
Oh yeah. 23.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
12.
19.
All right.
Should probably not do a different
Get all
accent
the
when we
kill.
call out numbers.
Bugbear. Cumberbunn. Are you Cumberbunn or Cumberbunny? Because you've been saying Cumberbunny.
In Sylvan, it's Cumberbunny.
Okay.
But a lot of people here just call me Cumberbun. I think they think it's easier.
Yes, okay. Well,
Less cumbersome.
but I'll just say
They think I'm
Bugbear.
like the clothing, but they don't realize it actually. Yeah.
You see as you're looking around in the light, you see one of the nearby like rocks that's kind of jutting out of the sand. Something like slip and tumble down the side of it.
I'm gonna
Maybe a
cast
person,
invisibility
maybe an
on
animal, you're
myself
not sure.
and then run after it.
Great. You're okay. So you see Cumberbunn just dead sprint at this big rock that's coming out of the sand.
Well, he's invisible though, right?
Oh, that's what I thought you said something else, but no, yeah, I guess you're invisible. Okay. You turn invisible and run toward the rock. You're not being particularly stealthy or anything? Just being invisible?
Oh, jeez, Bugbear, where'd you go?
How far is it?
It's probably like 20 feet away from where you're at.
Then I'll try to be stealthy. That seems like I could try to get there but I want to be quick because I want to catch this. I want to get a glimpse of this. If it's a person, this person. So maybe I'm not being stealthy.
Okay. Either
Just
way,
being invisible.
you being invisible though makes you pretty like. I mean, you're on sand, so you're not gonna be super loud. It's just that you are gonna show like footprints as you run towards this thing. So if somebody rather perceptive were to see it, they might be, might catch on to the fact that something is coming after them.
I think, you know what I can do is I can, because I have a jump speed
Nice.
15 feet as well. So instead of like making regular steps, I'll hop.
You can make leaps and bounds. That sounds interesting. Is that just something you get to do? Like you don't have to make a roll for it?
It's a bonus action that I can do is to jump 15 feet without provoking opportunity attacks too.
Sounds broken.
I have 3. I can do 3 per long rest.
That's a lot. It's a lot of jumps.
It's a rabbit
Do you
thing.
want to use one of those to kind of leap yourself most of the way there and then like sprint the last bit?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely would be less expected if you just disappeared and then suddenly leapt through the night.
That's
at
what
this
I'm going
rock.
to do.
All right. You, well, I guess nobody sees this. Bugbear sees this as he turns invisible and then leaps at this rock. And then just, sprints the rest of the way toward it.
Which way did he go?
You hear in the direction of the rock, though, an audible crap. And then somebody slide down the other side of the rock and then start shuffling through the sand toward the water.
I'm going to continue to try to approach this person.
Okay. What's your move speed?
30?
30? Yeah, I'm going to say because you, got that jumping head start that you can definitely, and, he had to clamber down a rock a little bit, you can catch up to them.
Cool. Can I see? I don't have dark vision. Can I see their face? Does it look like a woman?
Roll perception.
13.
Okay. Well, they're not facing you, so you can't see their face. They're running away from you. You're very close to them, though. You're 10 feet behind them, and they are definitely not a woman.
Stop there.
You hear him say, "No, I don't, please leave me alone.
Well, stop running and I'll leave you alone.
I don't believe you. You'll
You
have to
should.
persuade me."
Nice. I'm good at this. 24.
That's pretty persuasive. He stops, and he turns, and he puts his hands up, and he says, "I don't know anything, okay? I saw, I don't really know what I saw.
What did it seem like you saw?
I saw a man get stabbed. I saw he was with a woman and some people in robes. They took the woman, and I was just out on my nightly jog, and I didn't expect to see anybody out here. So
When he said nightly jog, did that sound legit, or did he sound like he was obviously making that up?
making it up on the spot. Roll insight. Do the rest of you kind of walk after this to gather around this?
He ran
this
away
commotion?
invisible, so
16?
You do hear this happening though. It's not that far away.
okay, yeah.
You're
So,
on the beach together.
When he went invisible and started running, Jack immediately pulled out a knife. Was like, "Bugbear, where'd you go?" And then he heard the commotion, turns, and just starts booking after that.
Yeah, Shodan's following too.
We ain't gonna hurt you. We ain't gonna.
Okay.
These are my friends.
I know you can't see me. I'm here though.
Oh yeah, he couldn't see you the whole time. Did you wait? So you did you grab him or anything, or did you just tell him to stop?
Shouted
He
out
stopped.
and said stop.
Oh.
And then I said, if you keep running, or if you stop, then I'll leave you alone.
Okay, so definitely then he would turn around and be like, "What? Who's there?
It is I.
Who's I?
I'm your mind.
What?
No, just kidding. It's I, Bugbear Cumberbunn.
The actor?
I'm invisible right now. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Aren't you retired?
It's, no, just haven't been in anything recently, but making a comeback. Now listen, need your help. These are my friends who are running over here. Don't be
God.
alarmed.
Oh,
Just
boy,
sees
Jeff.
Jack with a knife
guess
out running at 40.
I'll go uninvisible so that you all see what's going on.
Oh,
We just need to
okay.
know what you saw. Look, if
if you saw something, if you don't know what you saw, that's okay. We're not going to hold it against you, but we're looking. It's a very important matter to the entire city.
Okay.
We got to know. What did you see?
I saw. Well, he recounts what I said earlier, but he basically says, I saw. So there was a man. He was dressed in a pretty nice clothes. He was very handsome. He was waiting out by one of the rocks. And then a woman showed up. She was dressed in a dark cloak, and they embraced. They did a little kissing, and I then saw two. I don't know if it was men or women or what. Figures, I guess, clad in all these dark robes. I couldn't really tell what color it is. It's dark out after all. I really wasn't sure. They stabbed the man and took the woman, and they went off. He points toward the craggy rocks that way.
How many
long
were there?
ago?
How many were there? Or how long?
How long ago and how many?
I think just two I saw. And I was just hiding behind a rock because I didn't want to, get caught myself or killed.
Mm-hmm.
And this must have been 15 minutes ago. I've just been hiding to make sure that there weren't any more. They're not coming back. They were trying to do things in a hurry. They were just in and out like that.
The direction that he pointed, is it like basically underneath the lighthouse, like on the cliffs?
Yeah, it's kind of more toward like where the cliffs meet the ocean, like that big divide.
What's your name?
Oh, my name's Bartholomew.
Well,
Oh, thanks, Bartholomew.
People call me Mew.
Mew. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. If we need to talk to you later, where can we find you? Like during the day?
I work in the stables that the well-to-do keep their prized horses in. I'm a stable boy.
In the Hua there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, get out of here. It's dangerous at night.
Okay.
At night, the Beach Boys, they're prowling.
The Beach
out
Boys.
here.
Oh God, they're terrifying.
Yeah. So go home.
That snapping they do, it's so intimidating. Okay, I'm gonna run. He starts awkwardly running with his arms flailing about through the sand the way you guys came.
Jack's gonna go in the direction that he pointed, like towards the rocks.
Same as these.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
While they were like talking to Mew, Svaxthy was creeping on the body a little bit, just like
Ew.
going through pockets, checking everything, poking
Are
it.
you being particularly stealthy about that?
No, I'm just going through pockets and things.
Okay. You
Looking
can
in the
make an
mouth.
extra special investigation check.
Okay.
Is take 20 still a thing, or is that like a...
Taking a 20? Ew. I
Take 20?
hate taking 20s.
You know what I'm talking about,
I do know
right?
what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'll allow like taking a 10, but taking a 20? No, thank you. I'm not that kind of girl, mister.
I rolled
I
a
don't
2.
understand.
Okay, well, you can take a 10, I guess, on the... What would be a 10? What is your passive investigation?
My passive investigation? Well, it's intelligence, right? So
Mhm.
my intelligence is an 18.
That's pretty good. Did you
I don't have
invest?
investigation, though.
So then you would have
I
a
have-
+4 to
Yes, I have a
investigation. So it'd be a
+4.
14. You you're creeping through this guy's pockets, and
Mhm.
then you hear the crackling of bones as Jingus Kringus squats down next to you and says, "What are you doing?"
Investigating.
"Oh, would you like any help?"
Sure.
"Oh, okay." He touches you on the shoulder and gives you guidance to investigate this corpse. You may roll a d4 and add that to your... I'll just let you add it to your passive investigation if you want, or you can make a roll. Either way. Well, you already rolled it too, so I'll just let you add it to your passive.
Okay.
I don't allow taking 20s, but I will allow this.
1.
Cool. You got a 15. That was perfect. That's exactly what you needed.
Great.
You
Solid. Perfect
search
rolls.
through this man's pockets. It seems like, yeah, he was definitely not even really carrying anything of value on him in the first place, but you do find in his jacket pocket, like on the inside of the jacket, a ring that signifies him as belonging to the I'll get there in a second, the Maxon family. That's what he belongs to.
Maxic family?
The Mamaxon family.
Mamaxon family.
Mamaxon.
This is the seal of the Mamaxon family.
They are known. You can make a history check actually about them if you want to know more.
I know that. I have that.
Good.
That's
Do
a
it.
plus
I
6.
know history.
Oh, good. 17.
Yeah, you know the Mamaxon family are like staunch rivals of the Assastochi in the industries that they compete in.
Oh.
Like the Assastochi are big on like shipping, obviously, and the Mamaxon are like kind of their constant rivals. The heads of the families hate each other. It's like a whole Montague Capulet situation you've got going on here.
Yes. This. I will take the ring. I'll show it to Mr. Kringus.
Oh, by Kringus. And by that I mean me. What is this?
It's the ring of the Mamaxon?
Mamaxon
Was that what we landed on? Mamaxon family?
They are quite well-to-do,
They're
if
very
I understand.
Rivals of the Assastochis.
Yes, indeed. Do you think the Assastochi had him assassinated?
I think it's a Romeo and Juliet thing.
Who are they?
It's a play I saw. Cumberbunn might have been in it.
Oh, we should ask Mr. Cumberbunn if he was in that play. Oh, I remember. If I were a glove upon that hand, I would smack that ass, I think is one of the lines from the play. If am I wrong?
That might be Shakespeare in the Park.
Oh, yes, very good. What do you think we should go to the Mamaxon estate then and see if they are the ones who have... Well, that would make sense because he is the dead one.
I think he wrote the letter. I think they were on a little tryst.
Oh, dear. Oh, Svaxthy would not be happy to know that his future bride-to-be was canoodling in the night time with a rival family member.
No. And I don't think he'd be very happy with whoever delivered that news to him.
No, indeed, I know Svaxthy.
Oh, yes.
I think he eats the skins of the people that go missing.
I've heard he takes their feet and keeps them in his closet.
Oh, yes, I have heard such rumors as well. I saw him as more of a hand guy, but I could see feet too. He might keep both.
He might keep both.
He
probably keeps both. 2 different closets.
Oh, dear.
My tummy hurts.
My everything hurts.
We should go tell them about this.
We should go let
them
this
know.
news to our unfortunate
the
friends.
romance gone wrong.
Yeah, you guys, you saw Mew running off very awkwardly into the night. You also see coming in your direction Svaxthy and Jingus Kringus, and they look, both of them, like they're in very poor physical condition, but they always look like that. They also look a little scared.
We're on our way over to the rocks as well, right? Where you pointed.
Yeah, I guess you guys may have been moving over there, and we're not paying attention to the fact that Jingus Kringus and Svaxthy were rooting through the body.
Jingus, Svaxthy, you look spooked.
Well, sort of
yeah,
good news and sort of bad news, as it happens.
Oh.
I think we have an idea of who the poor gentleman there is who's quite dead.
He looks rich.
And who wrote the letter? Yes, he's from the Mamaxi family. Mamaxon? Mamaxon family.
Oh.
And
Say what?
yes, rivals of the Assastochi. This is their ring, the seal. It's the ring of them. And, well, he's dead. I mean, he's
think
dead.
The Lady Lenora was having some fancy fun time with him on the beach at
On
night.
the beach. Yeah.
Oh, that's...
Montague and Capulet situation, huh?
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
You know what?
What is that?
We should make sure he's really dead.
Were
He
you
might be faking it.
Were you in that play, Mr. Cumberbunn?
I was.
I thought I knew it. I said it.
You did
I
say
played
it.
Mercutio. Is that actually a role?
Yes, Mercutio.
Definitely.
I think is a role.
It's like the main guy, right?
There's like Tybalt and Mercutio. They're the guys that are the cousins of whoever.
Yeah.
Romeo or Juliet, one of the two.
Oh, one of my finer plays. Yes.
I liked when she poisoned herself.
What if he did that? What if this is all a
well-
ruse?
Well,
Not to get in the way, but we got to get moving. They might be over there. Like, usher us along a little
What?
bit as we talk.
I'm with Jack.
The testimony from Mew made it seem as though she was kidnapped, and rather urgently we may want to make haste. Onward, my friends! And Kringus slowly shuffles through the sand toward the rocks. He's not fast, especially not in sand.
I would like to, before we get into any potential fisticuffs, just do a quick mage armor of myself, just before any dangerous bad things happen. There's a dead person. There's a kidnapping. I want to feel a little safer. I cast mage armor.
Okay.
I take
Very
out my
good.
book.
I trust you.
I just cast it. It only boosts my AC up to 13. I have no dex.
Yeah.
So
Jingus Kringus has an AC of 9, so he has no way to boost it either. He's gonna die. Like, straight up, I'm gonna have to roll a new character for the next session.
Oh wait, I do have dex. Never mind. My AC is 15.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
pretty good,
I might
actually.
live.
For a wizard.
Mm-hmm. All my other stats besides intelligence are trash. Not as bad as yours, though.
But you realize if you die, you've sort of the setup you've given us means that you have to keep playing old men so that you can play someone who fills that role.
Yeah, that's the thing. I am now locked into my role in the wedding as an old fatherly figure. All right.
Just keep finding a new old man.
You find a replacement old man for Jingus Kringus so that Svaxthy is not suspicious that you keep. It's not. You try to make him look like the same one.
Can that be your shtick that you die every episode? Like just you?
It would be hilarious. I don't know how we can make that happen though if this is all unplanned. Because this is entirely unplanned, improvised. Nobody knows what's going to happen in this story. I know me saying that right now makes it seem like that's the case, but it's not. We can just
he's
edit
not
that part
lying
out.
at all.
No, I am 100% telling you all of the truths. Anyway,
Yeah.
you all continue on to the beach to the rocks where I almost said Dew, but that's not his name. His name's Mew. He pointed in that direction and you go that direction. You are now at the crags that jut out into the Breakwheel Sea. Everybody make a perception or investigation check. Why not? Why not one of those?
Why wouldn't you do that?
21.
Ooh,
That's a
15.
no.
All right.
I rolled a no.
Okay. What was the
probably not?
best of them? I heard 15.
21.
21
That's the
sounds
best.
better
Not
than
bad.
that, what I heard. Okay, Jack B. Muggin, you swagger on up to these rocks. You don't see in the light anybody, really. You do, however, notice that there is something that is not a rock, like kind of near where the water line is right now, where the waves are crashing. There is a large metal pole with a rope attached to it that is sticking out of the rocks. Kind of like maybe somebody had a makeshift tether or something.
Yeah,
Set up
like a
there.
boat was here. Oh, fuck. I think they might have gotten away on a boat. Can I, survey the water? I mean, it's dark out. But
It is dark. You would not be able to see very far. It is kind of close. Like, the moon's fairly full. It's a waxing gibbous. Is that the one that's mostly full? It's like, yeah, because
Yeah.
crescent is the not full one. I know
Yeah.
my moon phases. Yeah, it's a waxing gibbous right now. So, you, actually, do we ever, go over how many moons this place has?
it has one now.
How many
7.
does it have?
It has at least one. The other ones are not up right now, but the biggest moon,
They're hiding.
yeah, they're all hiding. Sometimes they hide behind the bigger moon.
They're bashful.
Mm-hmm. The biggest moon in the sky is a waxing gibbous. And you can see out on the water, you can see the line of the horizon a little bit. You can see the stars. And yeah, you note, you actually make a perception check. You could
Just
also,
Jack or all of us?
all of you can make a perception check. You can also make a nature check
18.
Oh, that one's not cool.
if you wish.
That's a
Nature
no.
or perception.
18.
18? That's pretty good.
Nature 19.
Nice.
For perception, not
Cool.
nature.
Cool. Yeah, Bugbear and Jack, you look out on the horizon and you see in the distance, like, straight off from these crags, a pretty large island. There's a few islands out in the Breakwell Sea pretty close to Lamgoh. And you maybe get, you see that's at least the largest body of land straight out from here. You're not sure where they would go if they went up and down the coast. There are some kind of like canyons to the north and then more like plains to the south. I just made that canon now, so we're all going to have to remember that. Yeah, the canyons up north kind of lead to the mountain. I think we had a name for the mountain that was up nearby. Mm-hmm. It was Mount
Playa.
Mount Playa. Yeah. Yep. And the Rumph River kind of runs through the canyon south through the city of Lamgoh and out into the sea. Yeah, that's how that works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
everyone
most
knows
likely
that.
they've gone
Everyone
out
knows that.
to the island.
That's
as common
standard
as the name
canon.
Svaxthy.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that the canyons and the terrain leading up to Mount Playa is rather treacherous, and there's not a whole lot of places you could land a boat there. And to the south, that's the Fupsu Forest, I think is the other one.
Fupsu Forest.
Yeah, the Fupsu Forest. You could also try to maybe they could also be like just from, I don't know if anybody actually did anybody roll nature and roll it good.
I could re-roll.
No.
Try to roll nature.
No, it's fine. This is just general geography stuff that I think anybody who lived here long enough would know generally, like places you could go. There's also, if you kind of go in deeper, like up sort of near where the Rumph River pours out into the Breakwell Sea, there are some caverns. That's where Derpemple Cavern is. That's where the Traup go to mate. That's another place maybe they could be going if they took a boat.
So island,
But
and
the pole
cavern.
that presumably would hold like a lead with a boat on it is directly across from this island.
Yeah, that's
saying?
like straight out from here.
How far out? It's like a mile or more?
Yeah, probably a few miles. Like it would be a good, like by a small boat, it would take you probably like an hour or so to get there if you were not the most experienced of sailors. Swimming would not be a great idea.
No.
Oh, Svaxthy can't swim.
Are we in the?
Kringus would
Are we
sink
like
like
right
a
against the
sack of
water
worms.
here, or are we far enough away from the water that we could see some fresh prints in the sand? Like,
You
are
do
they-
not see
or-
Will Smith anywhere out and about,
Yep.
but you do can make an investigation roll.
It's trying to work in Bel Air somewhere.
He got in a fight and his mom got scared. You won't find him here because he's out.
Yeah, that's a good investigation roll. 17.
So, looking at, before you kind of notice the footprints were all over the place out where the corpse was, but you can see what looks like a couple of footprints and some drag marks in the sand where the water hasn't quite washed it away leading up to this spot.
So that has to be somewhat recent.
Well, I mean, Mew did say that the guy was killed, at most 15 minutes ago.
Mr. Kringus, do you see a boat out there in the waters with your
I
ridiculous dark vision?
can see roughly 300 feet beyond my own circle here. Let me see.
And he sort of looks out onto the ocean and squints and looks around.
He says, "No, I do not see a boat.
All right.
I can roll a perception check, though, to see if I see the silhouette of anything in the night. No, I do not."
Great. Do we think they went to that island?
I mean, these tracks are sort of fresh.
I mean, if it was 13 minutes ago, they couldn't have gotten far, right, on a boat. So, what are they? They're either, going to the cavern or going out to that island.
Well, the cavern's underwater, right?
Yeah, it's kind of depending on where the tides are at. It can kind of flood, or be mostly
Are we at
empty.
high tide or low tide right now?
We are
You
at
were saying
mid
the tide
tide.
was coming in.
High tide's
It's
coming in.
in. Okay. So I don't think they're going to the caverns. The tides are coming in. You go to the caverns now, you're going to get flooded.
So the island.
The island it is. Does anyone have a boat that we could,
Not
acquire?
in my pocket.
Oh, yeah, my pocket here.
I mean, that we could
I was
acquire.
going the
I'm
sarcastic
gonna be
approach.
facetious
Yeah, I was being
about it,
truthful, but
We
Yeah,
would
no.
likely have to take
also
one from the
snide.
docks.
yeah.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
far are the docks from here?
You'd have to, so unless you wanted to climb over the rocks to get to the docks, you'd have to go back out the way you came and up the road, or I guess down the road to the south a bit. The docks are on the other side of the lighthouse in the Pumble district.
But if we climbed over the rocks, would we be pretty close?
Yeah, you could like if you successfully climbed over these rocks, you could save some time. It's just that they're very craggy and difficult to climb. They're also slippery, sharp.
We have a Jingus.
And you have both a Jingus Kringus and a Svaxthy Nux'nbuxly who are not the best athletically at doing things.
We could stay here while you do it, and then
Oh,
you can come
yes.
pick us up.
I could spend my time gazing out at the stars from the beach and contemplating my existence.
Or we could go get a boat, swing back here, and
Oh, yeah.
Can I, try to scramble up the rocks to see what's on the other side?
Yeah, roll athletics.
No,
I never seen someone climb so beautifully.
Are you giving him bardic
That
inspiration?
seemed very bad.
I'm never gonna tell you when I'm giving you bardic inspiration. I'm
You
just
just
gonna
have to
compliment
guess.
you, and it's gonna be a very awkward compliment. You just have to know you're inspired.
Athletics, that would be 19.
That's pretty darn good. And you do manage to scramble your way to the tops of these rocks.
And
you
I
would
used
also,
the bardic inspiration, sorry.
okay, sure. Yeah, you're up on the rocks. Anything you wanted to do?
I mean, can I see some boats that we could take or anything?
On the other side of these rocks? Yeah, there's so you do see the docks not far from here. And everybody keeps their boats at the dock. Like, where else are you going to keep them? So, for sure, there's probably, some guards out there, depending on the dock you decide to go to. But if you were sneaky enough, you could certainly steal a boat.
I call down to behind me. I'm going to go take a boat. I'll be right back.
You're going solo? You're splitting the wedding party so soon?
I mean, we are anyway. It'd be faster if it was just one person, right? I'm not going to get a big boat.
Great, go for it.
Oh,
Yes.
Gift be with you.
I could go with you and turn us both invisible.
And then get up here.
You can turn multiple people invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Level
Wow.
3. If I cast at a higher level.
Oh,
A
wow.
rabbit of many talents. And here I thought he was just a retired actor.
All right,
Oh no.
Bugbear and I,
So much more.
we'll go and we'll come back real quick. Yeah?
Well, don't be caught.
Well, I guess we're splitting the party. Session 1. Good stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, Shodan, Jingus, and Svaxthy are, I guess, just going to hang out on the beach and talk about life.
Or sit in awkward
We can
silence.
cut back to that later, though. We'll start first with Bugbear and Jacoby Muggin. So you guys have to both climb up and then climb down these rocks, stealth your way onto a boat without getting caught by the boat guards, and then successfully sail the boat back to where the party is. Those are your tasks. So how do you want to go about that?
Well, we're going to climb down, I think. Or I could jump.
It's probably like a 40-foot drop, and there's craggy, spiky rocks at the bottom, so you're probably not gonna want to do that unless you're really confident you can jump super good.
I mean, I have slow fall. So.
Oh, right. Well, that would do it.
I can enhance my ability and give myself cat's grace.
And that just gives you advantage
On dexterity checks, and I don't take damage from falling 20 feet or less. So if I even make it halfway down, I could just jump.
That's true. Okay. No, you guys are the right people for the job, I guess. So,
Cat's
you,
grace.
Jacoby Muggin, you don't even have to roll anything. You just float down gracefully. And you cast your cat's grace. That still requires you make a roll, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
All
I
right.
just get advantage on dexterity.
Make that roll.
Mm-hmm. That's very good, because I got a 5 and a 19. What is it?
I'll allow acrobatics to hippity hop down these rocks.
Nice. Then it's going to be a 23.
Yeah, you're down. That's no problemo. You're a rabbit person.
Task 1 done.
All
Yeah,
right.
and then at 20 feet left, I'll just hop the rest of the way.
Very nice. You are down at the bottom of the crags.
Hmm.
You see the docks probably about 100 feet from you. You're kind of underneath them. You'd have to climb up the sides, or you could go kind of up and around and enter the docks from the way they're supposed to be entered, not from underneath.
Is there a boat, close
tied
that's small enough to take?
to the bottom of the docks. Roll perception.
10.
And you don't see any that are small on this side that you could easily detach from the docks. There are plenty of big like sailboats here at this end by the lighthouse.
All right, Bugbear, can we turn invisible and then go in and try to find a small boat?
Do we have to climb up or something again, or are we done with climbing for now?
So if you climb up, it'll save you some time. But if you want to just like walk up the beach and around to the up the hill where the docks kind of begin, you can do that. It'll just take a little more time.
I'm fine with climbing, if you are.
Yeah, I just gotta drop my concentration on maintaining this cat's agility here, cat's grace, if you will.
Well, let's
to
get up there.
To turn both of us invisible.
Should we get up there first then?
Probably. How much more time are we talking? Like minutes, or are we talking like
a few. It would
minutes?
save you a few minutes, like long enough that your invisibility spell would, or it's long enough that a spell might wear off in the duration that it took you to get there.
Well, invisibility lasts for an hour.
Oh well, then it's not that long. It's like 10 minutes.
Okay. Well, let's just go around.
Okay, let's do it.
I'll cast invisibility on both of us. 3rd level spell. We're both invisible.
Whoa.
All right, you guys are
feels-
invisible. And you're just gonna climb up them docks, or are you gonna go around?
We're going around, right?
Okay, cool. All right,
That
you
feels
leisurely
weird.
stroll along the beach up to where it.
It's best if you don't look at it.
All right. You stroll up the beach and you make it to the docks, or at least where they kind of begin along the shore. Yeah, the docks are kind of separated, I guess, by district as well. Even though they're all in the Pumble district, there are kind of the nicer, well-to-do docks, kind of on the more north side, and then as you head south, they're a lot less well-maintained, not as many good-looking boats, and you'd be likely to find some smaller vessels probably down there.
Yeah, we're on the north side, right? North side, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, all right, let's be quiet because they can still hear us. But
Right.
let's go to the south side, see if we can find a boat.
Sure. If you'll humor me just for a moment, I've sort of got a tradition that I do every time. I don't come down here too often, but when I do, I sort of just say this thing out loud. What's up, Doc? All right. Let's carry on.
Oh, God.
Okay, I don't know
Oh.
why you're saying hi to the dock, but all
It's
right,
just
let's
something
go.
I do. Kind of getting a craving for
You know,
carrots right
in
now.
D&D 5e, there is such a thing as inspiration, where the DM can award advantage on any roll that you want in the future. I'm going to award you disadvantage on a roll of my choice in the future for that joke. You have been cursed with the anti-inspiration.
Fantastic.
An inspiration.
I am
Cringe.
just the cringe.
Cringe
You have a
inspiration.
cringe die.
I'm
okay,
so
yeah.
glad.
No,
So
Glad.
not really.
should we?
You guys. So what docks are you gonna try to rob the boat from?
What are the poorer ones so we can find a smaller boat? I think.
Yeah, rob from the poor.
Yeah.
All right. You guys run your little invisible bodies down to the poorer section of the docks. And you come across a good selection of dinghies, any like particular style you want to take.
Well, I don't think either of us know how to sail a boat properly. So like something simple.
So just
Yeah.
your standard rowboat with oars, probably.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
need
About
one
right.
that seats 5 people.
Without making a perception check, because you guys are invisible, you have a lot of time. You see one that is perfect. It's well oiled, no holes. It's got like padded seats and everything too, so your butts will be comfortable as you take the journey to the island. One problem though, there's somebody next to it who's got their hat like tipped low over their face. They're wearing a long blue tattered coat. You see they're kind of like broad-shouldered. They've got a hook for a hand and a pegged leg. And it seems like maybe they're sleeping, just like up against a pole right in front of this boat.
Is there a rock on the ground? Like a little pebble?
A pebble?
Mhm.
Make a perception check.
20.
Yeah, you see like a small, like a piece of driftwood that just got left. Not a rock, but it's just sitting here on the dock.
I'm going to throw a piece of driftwood into the boat.
Okay, make a, just make like a ranged attack roll with the driftwood. So that'd just be throwing it. You can add your proficiency and dexterity.
All right. You're calling for an attack roll. Is that going to remove my invisibility?
No.
Okay.
You're not attacking a creature. You're just throwing a thing into a boat.
All right. I got an 11 plus what did I add to it? What did you say?
Yeah, just your dexterity and your proficiency. Actually, probably just your dexterity, because this would be like an improvised weapon.
Right. So 14.
Okay, that's pretty good. You throw the driftwood into the boat, and it just kind of makes a thump sound, and you don't see the figure move at all. They're just kind of still nodding off. You do notice, though, with your 20 perception check before, that the boat is tied off, and the figure sleeping on the pole is like up against the rope that the boat is tied to. So to untie it, you'd have to cut the rope or sneakily untie it from around the guy.
Wait, he's on the boat or he's on the...
He's on the
next to
dock.
the boat?
Next to the boat.
Oh.
He's just kind of propped up against the pole that the boat is tied to. He's just looks like he's sleeping.
Well, should we try and, untie it, or we could knock him out?
Look, we're invisible, Jack. We could just sort of yell something from farther away, have him walk toward that direction, then walk into the boat while he's looking at what we yelled.
I mean, yeah, should someone wake him though? He seems to be kind of sleeping quiet.
Yeah, I'll scream that I'm being murdered or something.
Well, acting is your thing, so I'll just be by the boat. I'm gonna sneakily try to get up kind of by the boat, not get in it yet, but...
Yeah, just be next to it, but you can roll stealth. So make sure you're doing it quiet, not making any creaky dock noises.
Oh, geez. 28.
Oh, yeah, you just glide silently and frictionless up next to this boat.
I guess I don't see that.
No, nobody sees this. It was really cool, though. All right, Bugbear, what are you going to do?
I'm going to walk somewhere on the dock where there's plenty of room for someone to continue past me if they heard my voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to yell out loud,
Fluffer and Thuckatash! It is I, Dagdafius Duckworth! Oh, I'm being murdered! Oh!
Roll a performance.
Nice. And I think because I took the feat of actor that I get advantage or something for doing
Whoa. You're an actual actor character with the actor feat being played by an actor? That's so crazy. What other podcast has that? That's
I have advantage
wild.
on performance when trying to pass myself off as a different person, and I can mimic the speech of another person of people that I've heard.
Nice. Yeah. So I guess that's maybe canonically what Dagdafius Duckworth sounds like. At least to the ear of
Pretty close.
Bugbear Cumberbunn.
So that's going to be 15 on the die plus 8 is 23.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you yell this loud throughout the night. It echoes across the water. You see the man with his hat real low, kind of startled away and go, "Yar, avast! Who goes there?" And you can see Jack, his face more clearly. He is a squid person. It's almost Davy Jones-like. He's got a beard of tentacles, kind of like the octopus head. He pulls from his coat a cutlass and starts limping down the dock toward where Bugbear shouted out his cry for help. And he says, "I'll cut ye open and gut ye if ye so much as look in the direction of me vessel. Oh, Captain Cupulus I'm gonna cut you up. That's me name. Captain Cupulus. That's me. Arr. Come out and face me, man to man, steel to steel."
As he's doing this, he's facing away, right? Over down the dock now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna silently undo the rope on the vessel.
Cool.
And then get in the boat and wait for Bugbear to get there.
Make a sleight of hand roll to see if you can undo the rope.
18.
18. That's pretty good. But you notice that this rope is tied with the black seaman's knot. And as you know, it is one of the most difficult sailor's knot to untie unless you know the secret combination of tugs and pulls that it takes to to remove the black semen's knot.
To release the
To release the knot.
Release
Yes.
the semen's knot.
To release the semen's knot. Yes. Thank you, everyone, for putting that so succinctly. That's sometimes the words fail me, but just a proper tug, a proper squeeze, you can release that knot. It's just that the secret is so well kept that you would need greater than an 18 to unravel.
So-
You could also simply cut the rope.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna pull out my short sword, and then when Bugbear gets in, I'm just gonna cut the knot.
Great. You've got probably plenty of time. You'd simply cut the rope and leave the black semen's knot intact upon the shaft of the pole. And your boat is free now in the water. And how are you going to signal to Bugbear? Are you just going to start rowing away and hope he jumps onto the boat?
No, I was waiting for him to jump in, for me to feel the water.
Ah, you're hoping
And
that
then-
he'll just kind of run past Captain Cupulus
Yeah.
and make it to the boat.
Yeah.
All right. So, Bugbear, the dock is pretty narrow, and Captain Cupulus is a pretty wide dude. You're going to have to make some sort of check to dodge past him without you running into him or him noticing you're there.
Is there? So he's like pretty close to me still.
He's walking in your direction. He's probably like 20 feet away still.
Is there anything else on the ground that I could throw further to get him to like follow the sound?
There's probably like some boat stuff. There's like a life preserver thing, some rope, more driftwood, an anchor, a one-piece bathing suit with the stripes. So all sorts of things you'd find on a dock are there.
I'll take the driftwood.
Mm-hmm.
A small piece of driftwood. And I'll throw it further to get him to keep going past me.
Oh, okay. Make a dexterity check to throw it real good.
All right. 19 on the die. So
Nice.
that's
Yeah.
22.
You throw it down the dock, and it makes a loud clattering sound, and Captain Cupulus says, "Yar, there ye be! Avast, scoundrel! You'll be tasting the rusty blade of Captain Cupulus tonight!" And he clambers down the path. I assume you're just kind of standing at the edge of the dock so that he walks right past you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You do that, and if you want, you can roll stealth maybe to run down the dock without getting
Sure.
caught. I'd allow acrobatics as well.
24.
Yeah, you're good. You're doing great. You guys are doing so good. You jump into the boat. It hasn't really gone that far off the dock. Yeah, and you guys have a boat now.
Yeah.
Make
I feel
some
the
sort of check to drive it.
what check would that be?
I believe you have to be proficient with like certain vehicles to properly pilot a boat. If I'm not mistaken about how 5e vehicles work.
Well, if we had the proficiency, we would get the proficiency bonus to the roll.
Yeah.
I just don't know what the roll would be.
Think I'd allow either strength or dexterity, because if you're rowing, it's strength, and then, dexterity for, like, the fine movements.
I mean, I'd rather do dexterity.
Yeah, you both can make a roll to see how well you do.
It rolled under 7 like 4 times and then switched to 17 last second. So,
Wow.
21.
Plus 15 for dexterity.
Yeah, you guys get your boat out of there without crashing in any other boats or into any rocks. And you sail around to where the party was. That took probably about, 20-30 minutes maybe altogether. What did everybody else do? How was Shodan, Weston, and Svaxthy and Jingus Kringus's conversation?
Oh, I was mostly convincing them that maybe we should just get out of town.
Oh, do you think that if we ran far enough away that Svaxthy would not pursue us?
Hopefully.
I
Well,
don't think he would ever give up. I've heard that his ability to hold a grudge is greater than a real dragon's ability to hoard gold.
there was one time I was supposed to prepare him a tonic for a rash he had acquired, and it didn't work. So
How are you
Well-
alive?
let's just say that I'm living on borrowed time, and I blamed it on my apprentice, who is no longer employed for the Duke. I had to do some dark things in his service, but I will say that Svaxthy is not a kind man. He likes to keep. He's not kidding about the larynx instrument. I think he has a few. I hear them played sometimes from his dark dungeons.
Seems like a sick bastard.
He is a little messed up, yeah.
I think
but
he
he's
keeps
a
rib
dragonborn
cages
who
as well and
knows
plays
what-
them like xylophones.
He
Right.
keeps feet and hands and rib cages.
Feet, hands, rib cages, larynxes, yes.
Why not just... Okay, all right.
He's a twisted son of a bitch.
Sometimes the rib cages play the wrong note and he gets so angry, I hear. This is all. I don't know how much of this is true. I've never really seen it with my own two eyes, but I know that
not even a single time.
he's just so. There's so many legends about the man. It's hard. I don't know how anyone could love him. I mean, maybe this Lenora Asasochi is really, really into like weird, twisted stuff that, maybe she's into it. I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, based on like the letter and
Oh,
Muse.
God. Like, what if
he
she's
saw?
being forced to marry him?
Could be being forced. Maybe
Oh.
he's blackmailing her.
so
I
many-
believe it. He would do it.
Questions, so many answers that maybe will be answered in the future.
Maybe in another 4 or 5 episodes. Yes.
I just hope I live to see the
Episodes.
the fifth one, the 5th day. That's all the Jingus Kringus wants us to live another day.
Well, I'll try to take care of you, Pop.
No, you don't have to call me Pop.
Oh, it's harder than... I mean, it's easier to call you that than Jingus Kringus.
Is it really?
A little bit.
Would you like to call me by my nickname?
What's that?
People call me Pop.
Yeah.
It's on account of the noise my bones make when I move.
Sure, yeah. I think I'll call you that.
It is quite.
Oh,
It is
there
quite
you go.
audible, isn't it?
It is very and equally painful. The sound is proportional to the pain that I feel whenever there is a popping noise. My
Like
life
that.
is agony, but I keep going because I believe that one day I will not be in agony anymore.
I can relate to that.
Oh, look, a boat!
Oh, good, they made it.
Our friends are here. Hello.
We
Hello.
just see the boat with rowing, but with no people
no
in
people rowing it.
What the hell?
That's a ghost boat.
Oh,
All
no.
right, I'm not
It
getting on
wasn't
that.
me. I didn't do it.
It was ghosts the whole time. I should
mate.
have known.
Guys, it's us. We're just invisible. Get in the boat. Come on.
No.
Or
That
that
is the
could be
voice
you
of-
as a ghost saying that.
The young Jack B. Muggin, dead before his time.
Some kind of demon.
Maybe the Beach Boys
Maybe.
came back and got him.
Oh,
No, far worse. We got killed by pirates.
Oh.
These are our spirits that are sailing this boat here. Ooh, we're gonna get ya.
Can we get in
All
the
right.
boat, please? For real. Like, we got like,
I'm so.
We're
Are
losing
you
time.
actually spirits or are you our friends? I don't know.
we're your friends. I
Okay.
think friends.
Tell me something
Well,
about
there's
me
nothing
only you
saying the
would
dead
know.
can't be your friends. Maybe your only friends.
Yeah, that's very corporealist of you.
What?
Can we please just
No,
go?
I feel like that's actually rather open of me.
No, not
Rather
you. Jingus.
incorporeal of me.
No, that was very nice of you.
Oh, okay, well, good.
Are you calling me a corporealist?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
So it
more of
sounds
a
like-
capitalist, if I do say so myself.
I'm gonna use
I believe
divine
in the free
sense
market.
to
We
see.
can just cut this whole part out.
No.
Probably. We'll get in the boat.
Right,
Let's
we'll get
go
in the
inside
boat.
the boat. I'm in the boat now. Oh, it's good that these seats are padded.
That's my
Comfy.
lap. Actually, can you get off, please?
Oh no! Oh, I have sat upon the ghost of Jack B. Muggin. Forgive me.
Actually, if you sat on him, I'm not convinced he's a ghost anymore. Which
All
is
right, maybe-
rather rude of you to just, like, pretend to be ghosts. Rather rude to the dead.
I just start
whatever.
rowing as hard as I
I'm
can.
a stinker. I know. I'll snap and remove invisibility.
Oh, there you are. It's nice to see
Good one, guys.
your face
Seriously,
again.
This woman could be dying. Like, what are we doing? We gotta get out of here.
What? We're in a boat. I mean, we can only get there as fast as you two are rowing.
Oh, speaking of which, Shodan, here's the oars.
Ah, yeah. I'll take over with that.
Do you want my help to row the boat?
I'm
No,
pretty sure you die.
I think you're good.
Oh,
like,
I just
actually die if we
I
let you
meant
row
that
this boat.
could pray the word of Yif at you and you would feel inspired perhaps, but I didn't mean I was going to row. That would break me.
Oh, okay, yeah. I
mean,
accept
yeah.
any help like that.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, Jingus Kringus just starts rapid fire every other stroke for each of you guidance so that you do slightly better.
Okay, what am I rolling? Athletics?
Yeah, athletics is fine to row a boat.
Great.
I'll allow
and
it.
then guidance is a what?
That's a plus 1d4 on a skill roll.
Can I do acrobatics or just athletics?
Acrobatics? What are you going to do, a flip while you row the boat?
I don't know, just like get us around the swell. Okay, athletics, then it's...
Yeah, I draw the line at acrobatics.
And I'm adding guidance or no?
Yes, I think you would both be able to get guidance because it's every I think it just is on the next roll that you make.
21.
Cool.
21.
Yeah, you guys you're making great time across this channel. You think you'll probably make it even in less than an hour to that island at the rate you guys are rowing. However, based on the time of the supposed murder and kidnapping and also how long it took you to get the boat, you imagine that the people you think you're pursuing, because really never got confirmation that they did go to the island. So this is all just a hunch, but you think that you'll get there not long after they arrive, hopefully.
Oh, man, I hope she's there.
She's probably dead, which
Yeah, the night is
means all
not
of
getting
us
any
are dead.
younger. You basically have until tomorrow morning to sort this out.
We could just take the boat and go.
Abandon the campaign.
Just head on down the coast.
But
That said, I have about an hour 20 left on my recording time, or like my DMing time, and I'm assuming we're doing like 4-hour chunks. Does that make sense to everybody?
I thought we were doing 3 to 4.
3 to 4 hours? Whatever
Yeah.
makes sense?
I didn't.
Okay.
I don't think we landed on anything really.
Yeah.
I would say, I think it'd be fun if, I just suddenly get cut off at a certain point.